Fast Lane is broadcasting live from the ENB Granite Studios at the Centene Community Ice Center, presented by Bud Light and Skimmer's Original Vodka Iced Tea on 101 ESPN.
Swing and a drive. Launch toward right. That ball is gone. Alec Burleson has hit his 16th homer. There's some slug. And the Cardinals strike first in the first. It's 2-0. Swing and a drive. Burley's hit another one. 2 two-run homers. And Burleson, lefty, is a man reborn since the All-Star break. Swing drive. History. Burleson has hit another two-run homer. Holy cow. What a night.
Maybe I enjoy the traffic. I don't know. But,
Just a minor bat, guys. You deserve that.
Let's get nasty on a Tuesday. It's a Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. We're live from Centene Community Ice Center with Jamie Rivers and Andrew Marsh. I'm Anthony Stalter. Carey Davis will be back with us next Monday after taking some time off. What a performance last night in the least. Alec Burleson homers 3 times last night. The bullpen wound up giving not only the lead away, and at one point your lead was 6-0. The bullpen gives the lead away. Garcia.
Old skinny boy tried, huh?
He did. He certainly did. He comes right in, and he just starts throwing BP.
Let's not trade him.
Nah,
let's keep that guy.
We need him. So the Yankees come all the way back. They take the lead in the bottom of the 7th. Garcia Jr., who was acquired by the Yankees earlier that day, so he's making his Yankees debut. He hits a towering shot to make it 7-6. But the Cardinals offensively, they've been dreadful since the return of the second half of the league season. They turned it on. Church homers, Crooks homers, Burleson with his 3rd homer puts an exclamation point on a 13-7 win. And it's great to see, especially seeing us out, guys, that Burleson was maybe not going to be traded, but he was at least in the rumor mill earlier in the day.
Well, that's why people wanted him. Look at that guy. Imagine if he didn't play at Busch Stadium all the time.
I know.
Oh, my goodness. What an average he would have.
Average, home runs, everything. It was impressive last night. And I think for him, I don't really want to get into necessarily the psychology of a player, but since we do have a professional athlete here that has gone through the trade, mill several times.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that up, Anthony.
I'm just saying.
No, I appreciate it.
I mean,
it's great. Therapy's fine too. Don't worry.
Look, you're fine. You're doing well. Burleson, I wonder if it was a weight off his shoulders.
It absolutely is. When you hear your name buzzing around out there and you're happy in a spot, and Alec Burleson, at least to my eyeball, looks like he's happy to be a St. Louis Cardinal. He's thriving right now. This is his best season overall, at least in my opinion. I'm sure the stats would bear that out as well. But you're hearing your name out there. You're thinking about it. Your agent is manning the phones at the same time. Your agent's like, well, talk to this team. They're interested. They might make an offer. Not sure. Talk to Heim. Heim said if the offer's good enough, you could be on the table.
Sure.
So you've got all of this stuff kind of occupying space in between your ears. And then when the trade deadline passes and your name has been out there and you don't go anywhere, it is a little bit of because you're worried before. Like, I'm in New York. If I get traded to, let's say I get traded to the Padres, I got to get on a flight right away. I think Burley's married or engaged, one of the two, or I don't know.
I'm not sure.
He does have a significant other, so that I got to get her. I got to get our stuff. I got to worry about getting all this stuff.
And it wasn't just yesterday. You've been talking about this for weeks,
yes.
probably.
So
not
it's
months.
not easy to go from New York to the west side of the country. BK showed us that yesterday. It's hard to get a flight.
In fairness, BK has trouble getting from one end of St. Louis to the other. Okay.
Oh, shots fired to our guy BK.
Just
wow.
kidding, BK. You know I love you.
Holy smokes, that wasn't even a redirect.
You know what, Anthony? I've had a day. Okay, so
Jamie told me he took a nap today at the rink. He fell asleep on the net.
I offered to take a nap right here in this chair.
Yeah.
I was like, you guys got the first hour. I'm going to take a nap over here.
Yeah, no.
But that, you know what, though, Anthony? That was an unfair shot at my dear friend Brendan Kiley, and for that I apologize.
Well done.
For now. Anyways, Yeah, it does. It weighs on you a lot as a player, as an individual, and your significant other. If you have children, pets, all this stuff, you're like, oh my, and you keep replaying it over in your head. And if you hear about the Padres 1 minute, you're like, okay, San Diego, not bad, beautiful weather. Then you hear about, the Twins. Okay, different weather. So now your brain, you're moving. Every time you hear the rumor, you are moving in your head to that area.
Sure.
Who do I know? What's the temperature? How hard is it going to be to get there? So for Alec Burleson to bring it all the way back around here, yesterday at 5 o'clock, finding out he's still going to be a St. Louis Cardinal, he gets to put the uniform on and play at Yankee Stadium. That's a big weight off your shoulders, and he just want to hit 3 bombs. No big deal.
Right.
Oh, not to mention the other guys that were also being thrown out there in terms of being traded. They were traded.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He watched Lars Nootbaar take batting practice and then hug his teammates and coaches goodbye.
Yeah.
Like, when that happens, I feel like you start to think, oh my gosh, am I going to be sent off while I'm taking batting practice? And it's not just Alec Burleson. I wonder if the whole team, certain players were, we talked last week about certain guys maybe gripping the bat too tight and the offense is starting to take a dip for whatever reason. I wonder if that was the reason they were looking towards the trade deadline and wondering, is the team that we have right now still going to be intact?
Yeah.
And once the trade deadline came, the offense just unloaded. Now the bullpen
did too.
Well, they did their thing. What a roller coaster of a game that was.
When Ryan Stanek came in, I texted the group. I was beside myself. I just sat down in my chair at home. I got a chair. Nobody sits in my chair. If you're in my chair and I walk in the room, you get up, get out of my chair.
Sure.
Because that is my chair. Sat down.
Common rules.
And took that remote. I'm going to watch my Redbirds. Mm-hmm. Look at them go. Hey, guys, look at this. Cardinals playing great. Then Stanek comes in.
Yeah.
And before anything happens, I look at my nephew, Reed, Ashley, and I go, you know what? If you're going to have hair like that, if you're going to have that persona, you got to bring it.
Yeah.
You got to bring it. If you're going to be Wild Thing Ricky Vaughn, you better be that guy. Mm-hmm. And then no sooner did I say that, boom, home run.
Add another.
And then, boom, home run. I go, if I was his teammates, I'd make him shave his head. I'd make him shave. You can't have this persona.
You cannot have this flow.
And pitch underhand.
Yeah.
You can't.
Well,
you can't.
Let's also
I was mad.
Let's not forget that Brule was in before Stanek and also gave up a deep.
Yeah, but he has a normal haircut.
That's fair.
Fine. He's not trying to be Wild Thing Ricky Vaughn.
I think that's what Jamie is really highlighting here. It's the flow.
Like, if you're gonna look like a Green Bay Packers defensive back, like what do we do?
Or a linebacker. Yeah,
a linebacker.
Yeah, gonna look like Clay Matthews there. It's not fair. Clay Matthews had longer hair. It piqued my interest, Jamie, when you brought up Burleson and statistically, is he having a better year? His best season, and by a lot of statistical measures, he is. He's hitting 288. His career high was last year at 290. That averaged the WRC plus metric, which measures how good you are at producing runs overall. 106 3 years ago, 124 last season, 129 this season. So he's got a career high 129 WRC plus. He's taking more walks now than in his career. His walk rate %. Strikeout rate. This is interesting. His strike rate is also high, but paired with that, he's got 18 home runs, matches what he did a year ago. He hit 21 in 2024. I'm assuming he's going to surpass that home run total. So he'll have more home runs than any other season. That does come with maybe more, higher strikeout rate. But for all intents and purposes, this guy has been just unbelievable.
Can we take a second and talk about that guy's unbelievable mustache?
How about his unbelievable jersey?
Yeah. It's 19.
It says COVID-19.
So we're at Centene Community Ice Center, and somebody walked by at the glasses right outside our E&B Granite Studios, and it was a Blues fan, obviously. Yeah. Great stash.
Looked like Raleigh Fingers.
Yeah,
he did.
And like you said, the 19.
And then he turns around.
It says COVID-19. I was like, oh my. You think he got that jersey during the COVID year?
I think so.
Probably.
So we got our text line up right now. It's from the 618. Let's hear Anthony make a million excuses about the Cardinals with no research or facts to back it up. Pathetic.
What? How did you get that already?
I don't
what
know.
excuses
It's
did you
208.
make?
I'm not sure. So you'll have to enlighten me on that. Not sure what excuses. I don't know. Is that a bad excuse? Because they won last night. So,
I don't
like,
understand what excuses you're making.
Yeah, I don't know.
Where
I'm not
is
sure.
this text at? I can't.
It's at the 618, and it was 208. So whoever this is was sitting on that all night, and he wanted to make sure that I had saw that. So, anyways, Cardinals 13-7 win last night over the Yankees.
I know what it's about.
What is it about?
It's about the trade rumors and whatnot, and then ultimately, maybe gripping the bat a little too tight. And now Alec Burleson's not traded, and he goes out and hits 3 home runs.
But
We've been making excuses for them for their poor play over the last 2 weeks because of the trade deadline. That's what I've gathered.
I don't think that was it, because Marsh, you had brought that up. And
exactly. I brought it up,
but you brought it up like minutes later.
Yeah.
So this is somebody that was in.
I feel like it's
targeting.
personal.
Yeah.
I don't know why, because Anthony, I quite enjoy your takes.
Oh, thanks,
at least
Jamie.
so far today.
I appreciate you. Yeah, no, we're early in the show.
We're
so
early.
I'm highlighting that. Yeah.
But from right now,
that texture went after Carey.
Yeah.
So this looks like a trend.
Oh, we're next, Marshy.
Our somebody that Marsh, I know you and I absolutely enjoy speaking or listening to is our guy Ted Lasso, right?
Oh yeah.
And Ted Lasso says, "Be curious, not judgmental." So 618, just curious. What's your thoughts there on the excuses that I've made up with no stats or facts to back it up? So just try to,
Yeah.
I always like to get better.
A good buddy of mine.
What is that tab, real quick?
That's Fangraphs.
Fangraphs.
Yep.
Is that a reputable site?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, not one bit.
Gotcha.
There's a good buddy of mine.
Thanks for asking.
Longtime friend, decorated background. And he told me, his name is Bobby McFerrin. He said, don't worry. Be happy.
Yeah.
I said, okay.
That's just great
I
advice.
said, that should be a song.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, it's just my motto. Don't worry. Be happy.
Huh, I like that.
We should make it into a song.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Nobody's done it yet.
No.
Reminds me of School of Rock when he's in the cafeteria talking to all the teachers. And they're like, isn't that a song? He goes, no, I don't think so.
All right, it's a Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Joe Buck had an interesting tweet last night during the game that we wanted to get into. So does Joe Buck have a point? We'll read you what he tweeted and dive into that next on 101 ESPN.
You can now watch 101 ESPN live on our Air Alliance Team Studio Cams. Catch every show live on our YouTube channel or at 101ESPN.com. 101 ESPN Studio Cams.
Presented by the Air Alliance Team Heating and Cooling. Getting the job done quickly, correctly, 100% of the time.
Broadcasting live from the Centene Community Ice Center inside the ENB Granite Studios. You're in the fast lane on 101 ESPN. Presented by Bud Light and Skimmer's Original Vodka Iced Tea on 101 ESPN.
Time to play lineup game here in the fast lane on 101 ESPN. Cardinals, Yankees, game 2 tonight at Yankee Stadium. Hunter Dobbins will take the mound for the Cardinals against Ryan Weathers. And boys,
Is that Carl's son?
No. Yeah. Ryan Weathers is a left-hander.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
So
The fear of lefties is going to hit this lineup.
this is going to be fun. Yeah. Typically when we get thrown for a loop, it's on the lefty line.
Yeah. Can I start?
Yeah, of course.
All right. Bradford, show us J.J. Weatherholt.
What's the best kind of firework to buy?
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy?
Oh, okay.
Wow. J.J. Walker right there.
Yeah, speaking of Walker, why don't you show us Jordan Walker?
That one touched the ground. That one touched the ground.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
I'm just fixing something that's been bugging me.
Wait a minute. What have we here?
All right. No Burley here.
You don't think so? The guy just mashed a left-handed pitcher last night, took him out the porch, baby. Boom!
Typically, he's the cleanup hitter against lefties.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, no, totally. That's what I was telling you. So Herrera, then?
Herrera, then Burley.
Yeah.
I like that.
Show us Ivan Herrera.
What's your favorite position?
Yeah,
Designated hitter.
That's cool with me.
Smart,
It's
Jamie.
not my favorite, but I'll do it for you.
The key to Ivan is having his bat in the lineup every day.
Where my head went, and you know how this happens to me. I fall into a rut. Like when I thought that every leadoff hitter had to be a shortstop.
Yeah.
It just got in
He
there.
gets in a loop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in my head, I thought you were scratching Burley, like you weren't going to play him.
Sure, which would be insane.
Yeah, because he has not been all season. He hasn't been great against left-handed pitching.
Right. But my man
So
is coming off the
I
three
felt
bomb.
like I had it to defend him, but I didn't realize he's allowed to hit somewhere else in the line.
He can hit fourth, fifth,
Yeah.
hell, even sixth.
Yep.
Now I think
All
we
right.
could go ahead. and say
Can you
Burley.
please show us Alec Burleson?
Sorry, guase.
Wow.
Okay. I had written Burleson.
Maybe
in.
I'm not crazy.
Wow.
If I'm not crazy, I want everybody to apologize to me.
Yeah.
All right, so Nelson Velasquez, I know he's been hitting a little bit lower
Yeah.
as of recently.
That he's the only one that makes sense here.
They call him VQ.
Yep.
Or are we
His friends do.
are we simply overthinking it and we go with the Furminator in the cleanup spot?
Oh my God. What about Prieto? You know how Ollie loves to put those guys right in the fire.
Yeah, he was
I
called
mean,
up.
his bat certainly translates to a cleanup hitter.
No, but neither did Donovan. So, and Ollie, he put Donovan there a couple of
true.
times.
I got nothing.
I think this is Velasquez.
Yeah.
Let me
Oh,
throw something out.
All right, throw it out there.
I'm going to throw it out there. You can take it, you can throw it right back at me. This is very small percent chance of this actually being who is hitting here. But yesterday, Blaze Jordan came in a pinch hit spot. He did pretty well, and I believe that was the 5th spot in the order. Do we want to tinker and
Newt
maybe
was hitting in the 5th spot before he got traded.
Newt's
so
driving back.
maybe that would. Yeah, no, yeah,
Arizona.
Arizona, yeah.
I'm just
So
throwing it out
what are
there.
you saying? Do you think it could be Blaze
Anthony?
Jordan?
It's very small percentage.
Hear me out.
I'm just thinking out loud here.
Okay, hear me out. Andrew doesn't get to play this game very often.
Sure.
He's usually the guy that sees all the answers.
Yeah.
Hey.
And that's no fun for him.
Give him the ball.
Okay.
I don't want to be wrong, though, you know?
No. This is what this
You
is.
know what? I don't care. We're just
No.
going to throw it out there.
Go
We're
for
going to throw
it.
it out there. I don't care if I'm wrong.
All right.
Trust your gut.
Show us Blaze Jordan. Yeah. No, I knew
What-
it.
I mean,
Okay,
Thank-
Anthony,
why didn't you talk me off the ledge,
Don't
guys?
ever let him do that again, okay?
Why don't you talk me off the ledge?
we gave him the ball
Yeah, but he took the ball and ran.
And he
fumbled it.
He fumbled it like he was in DeKalb, Illinois, on that turf field.
That rainy night.
That wasn't rainy. Nah, it's pretty clear. Yeah.
I heard take the ball when in reality you said don't touch the ball.
Don't touch the ball. Let it bounce. Get away.
Yeah.
Your moment was get off. Get off the ice. My moment was Stalter, back up. Let it bounce.
Both of those moments are really good for your ego.
Oh, definitely.
It's awesome.
Yeah. It's
the
right
entire
here.
rink is basically telling you to get off the ice.
Sure.
I just had my moment.
Yeah. No, you're good. May I go with Velasquez?
Yeah, please.
All right. Show us Nelson Velasquez.
Boy, that's tough.
Oh,
Wow.
Maybe it is the Furminator.
Let me throw it out there just for the heck of it. Show us Jose for me.
Hello, local utility.
Wow.
He's got pictures of Ollie, for sure. There's no way.
I mean, the funny thing is, like,
he's fine.
Like Jose Fermin has had a good year. Like,
he's a solid bat off the bench. He's a solid utility guy.
And,
he's not.
And he makes contact. He's a high contact dude.
Have you ever seen?
But this is getting kind of ridiculous.
This is a little bit much
for me. Okay, where's he now? Third?
He's batting fourth.
No, I mean, where's
position?
he
Batting
playing?
cleanup.
Yeah,
Where's
but
he
what
playing?
position on the field?
I guess we'll just leave that empty because he could play the outfield too.
Hey, that was some good redemption right there.
That was.
I should have went with our gut.
All right, is this Velasquez or is this Burley?
Or is it Blaze Jordan? Because Fermin doesn't have to be playing third base.
I'm sorry. There's two things. One, why would Alec Burleson be hitting anywhere outside of the top four? I don't care if it's a lefty.
Oh, yeah.
And two, why would he not be playing
after 3 home runs? Maybe he went out all night and got bombed.
Maybe.
And then Ollie saw him this morning and
Bronx Bombers.
Yeah. But at that point, I'd play him anyways because usually those guys are loosey-goosey.
Oh, yeah.
Could
Hey,
have
we ain't
another.
worried about
Playing
anything.
Guilty's fine.
Hey, sometimes you win. You beat one of the best teams in the NHL.
Sometimes you do.
We've seen it.
Do we give it a shot here, Burley?
If Burley is in the lineup,
it's right here.
It's right here.
Yeah. Show us Alec Burleson.
If not, yeah, he ain't playing.
Well, Ollie hates him. Ollie wanted him traded.
Bold strategy, Cotton.
Yeah.
The guy hits 3 home runs last night. He's not in the lineup the next night. I think it's Velasquez then.
Go for it.
Show us Nelson Velasquez.
Man, I'm glad I called that guy.
Welcome back to the show.
Mason Wynn at 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show us Mason Wynn.
Shortstop. That's right. Now and forever. Forever and ever, shortstop.
We aren't in the top 10.
Wait.
This is bull.
He's the best in the business.
Best arm in baseball.
So now it's Fermin.
Fermin's playing center field. Lefty on the mound. Ollie loves putting him in center field with a lefty.
And I think this is Blaze Jordan here.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
Show us Blaze Jordan.
It was Johnny Hopkins and Sloan Kettering, and they were blazing that up every day.
They got guys named Laser and Blazer and Taser.
Who's on the bum for the Cardinals?
Hunter Dobbins.
Okay.
Is Herrera catching?
That's what I was just going to ask.
And Velasquez is DH.
Does Báez get to play?
I feel like you need a lefty here. Báez catching. That's just my interpretation of it. You probably need a right. No, right field is Jordan Walker.
If you need a lefty, this has got to be Torres or Church. Or Burley, but I don't think Burley's bat made.
I'm thinking maybe Velasquez is in left with the with the dimensions of the ballpark. It's not like they're playing in a giant ballpark by any means.
So for me and Velasquez
and Jordan Walker.
Maybe you feel a little bit more comfortable with your outfield in a smaller park.
So what the hell are we missing? We're missing a first baseman.
Unless
Jordan is playing first.
Could Burley be bad? No. There's no way. There's no way.
I wonder if it's this. It's Fermin at third.
Blaze Jordan's playing
Jordan
first.
at first.
So we're missing Nathan Church.
Nathan Church.
Go for it.
Okay. Show us Nathan Church.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones.
That's good. That was, you know what, guys? That was good work there.
So you think this is Báez here?
I think it's Báez.
I agree.
Go ahead.
Shows Petey Pages, Pedro Báez.
Now, you see what I did there, kids? I didn't even try to go for that ball. Most coaches will tell you, drop down, try to block the ball, but that's dumb. This position is called catcher. It ain't called drop and block the ball like a
Tell me why you can't hold on to the ball. Come on, Mr. Billy, answer a question.
All right, Bradford, run that thing.
Very intriguing lineup, guys, for game number 2 of this set in the Bronx. Leading off and playing second base is J.J. Weatherholt, followed by the right fielder Jordan Walker, designated hitter Ivan Herrera, your third baseman and cleanup man Jose Fermin, left fielder batting fifth Nelson Velasquez, shortstop Mason Wynn in the 6th hole, followed by first baseman Blaze Jordan, Nathan Church, your center fielder, and rounding it out behind the dish is Pedro Paez.
Back. Stay fair! Stay fair!
Go fair!
I don't believe what I just saw.
Home run.
I still can't believe Burley's not in this lineup.
Yeah.
That's a lot for me to digest.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah, I mean, unless they
Did he
that
tweak something in his celebration? Did the water cooler hit him?
I don't know. I mean, he'll probably. I can't imagine him not playing tonight. So at some point, they'll bring him in, and somebody will exit the game.
I would think.
It just doesn't make any sense to me. At this point, if I'm Ollie, I want to give Burley as many at bats as possible at Yankee Stadium right now. He's feeling the flow, happy.
Yeah, I'm doing the bull dance.
I mean, do they think the trade deadline is we got another 24 hours to the trade deadline?
It's a good.
Like, oh wait, hang on a second.
It doesn't seem like that would be something that Chaim Bloom would screw up,
either.
But who knows?
He's pretty detailed.
So here's a question now.
Ooh, I like questions.
Burleson hit 3 home runs last night.
Anthony, I'm just going to give it to you.
I hit Burleson. Well, here's the thing.
Hang on.
Burleson is a 1-pointer.
Yeah.
Did we ever? And we might need we need to send out the bat signal.
I think Carey is the guy that would have the ultimate answer on this.
Okay. We know that a hat trick
in hockey
10 is worth the 10 points in our game.
Correct.
Did we also do it for baseball?
Carey brought it up one time because I think he had a 2-hit, maybe Herrera or something at 2, and he says if he gets 3, it should be like hockey. It's worth 10 points.
Yeah.
And I can't remember if we said, okay, that's great, let's go with it or not. I didn't see a problem with it because the odds of 3 home runs actually might be more difficult than 3 goals in a hockey game.
Right.
So,
but if we didn't agree to it, then I think we should just give me the 3 points. I had Burleson last night, so give me the 3 points until we can figure this out.
So this is what I'll say based on everything that I have written down for the goal game. I did have the 1, 2, 3, 10-point structure on here, and I typed that on there for this home run derby. I do not have that on here, but we do have the 10-point home run off the bench.
Okay.
I don't.
Oh, that's right.
Or
if
we establish the 3 home runs.
Let's do. I'm gonna give me the 3 points there for Burleson. That gives me 22, and then we've got a TBD. Maybe the text line can help us out. Did we put in a 10-point home run value on 3 home runs?
What's the standings right now currently with your 3 points?
Marsh is up by 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it does matter.
Grand Francis Fan Club is correct. I usually do keep the bylaws, but that was brought into action, I believe, in the middle of a segment. And unless the paperwork is submitted properly within the hours of operation, which is not while we're on the air, I can't manipulate the bylaws or take it to a vote.
Jamie's got standards. So, all right, Marsh, for now, go for it.
All right. Well, this guy needs to start hitting home runs. Jordan Walker.
I will go with J.J. Weatherholtz. You too?
No, I like it. It's good.
Thank you.
I hate you for taking it.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I don't hate you. I hate your pick.
Totally fair.
Yeah.
Either way.
All right. Give me Herrera.
Okay.
I feel like he's going to run into one.
Carey likes Torres off the bench.
He loves that Torres.
He's just going to sit there with that. And Bradford, complimentary pick.
Much like you, Marshy, I am partial to a good narrative. Give me that cleanup man and the guy who has the .432 slug against lefties, Jose Fermin.
Oh, I don't know why I didn't go with him.
I feel like it's a missed opportunity.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah.
Hey.
No one to blame but yourself.
All right, so we didn't get into the Joe Buck tweet from last night, and we'll just spend a couple minutes on that.
I thought it was your burner account.
No. Stop it. I mean, maybe. That's next on 101 ESPN.
101 ESPN is powered by Kaufman Townsley, St. Louis's injury lawyers. Call 314-777-7777.
That's 314-777-7777.
Well, if you like having a little fun with the betting apps, then there's no better app to choose than Circus Sports. It's pretty easy. You get to the App Store or the Google Play Store, and you find the white logo. When you find the white logo, that one right there is identified for the state of Missouri, and you sign up, get yourself going, and you are off to the races. My guy, Derek Stevens, the owner of Circus Sports, does a fantastic job of having different little competitions or contests throughout the season, whether it's hockey, football season right around the corner. Got lots of fun things going on over at Circus Sports. So make sure you sign up, get yourself going today. If you got a hunch on a team, we've been talking about the NFL here for a little while. Maybe you think there's somebody out there that's a favorite for the Super Bowl. You can place that bet right now over at Circus Sports. And the best thing about it is Circus Sports has the best odds, which means you get the bigger payout. And they also have great money line splits, high betting limits, and my favorite thing, and your favorite thing should be that they celebrate the winners. So they don't cap you, stop you, block you. No, they celebrate you winning. A lot of other apps, they will cut you off at some point. Not Circus Sports. It is sports betting the way it should be. So please, again, download that app. Or for more information regarding Circus Sports, you can get over there and see them at circusports.com. Again, that's circusports.com. Must be 21 or older in the state of Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Start your day with the morning after on 101 ESPN. Get in the know first on everything St. Louis sports with Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, and Martin Kilcoy. Listen to TMA weekday mornings from 7 to 11 a.m. on 101 ESPN. The morning after is presented by Brown and Crouppen Law Firm. 101 ESPN Sports Center.
Burleson crafts powerful Bronx tale. Good afternoon. I'm Bradford Bruns. Your Sports Center update is delivered by Universal Windows Direct. Last night at Yankee Stadium, Alec Burleson hit 3 two-run homers as St. Louis outslugged New York 13-7. Jimmy Crooks and Nathan Church also went yard. Game 2 unfolds this evening, a 6:05 first pitch, with Hunter Dobbins drawing the start for Ollie Marmol. College football, Mizzou completes its second fall camp practice. New QB1 Austin Simmons relishes getting to know his offensive linemen.
It's just being around them individually, getting to know them as one rather than just a whole unit, and they get to trust me even more on the field and off the field.
Your Sports Center update was presented by Universal Windows Direct. You'll be saying, I love my windows.
This is the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. We're broadcasting live from the ENB Granite Studios at the Centene Community Ice Center. Presented by Bud Light and Skimmer's Original Vodka Iced Tea on 101 ESPN.
So Joe Buck was watching the Cardinals last night and decided to jump on the old X machine, the old tweet machine, and tweeted out, so what is it? The Cardinals just sold at the deadline. Good. And now, after a 2-run home run, they lead 6-2 in the 5th, and just because there are lefties coming up, they don't want to see if McGreevy can get through at least 5 innings up 4. How do they learn or grow? TMA had Joe Buck on earlier today, and they asked him about the tweet and kind of an explanation for as far as the context. Here's Joe Buck.
I mean, this is a young guy to me in the middle of Yankee Stadium in the Bronx against a good lineup, not a great one because they're injured, and Aaron Judge is not a part of it. But you think he didn't? There wasn't pressure on him to perform. You're at Yankee Stadium against the Yankees on the road. You're leading 6-0, then 6-2, and I think, you know, if I'm McGreevy, and you guys know him, I don't know him at all. If you're him, that's a miss. The whole thing is like it leaves a bad taste in your mouth. So that we need to treat this like it's Frost Nixon or any crazy crazy deep thinking moment. But I just think baseball in general, like we complain about starting pitching. And then when you have chances to let these guys grow and learn how do you learn how to get through a lineup for the third time if you don't ever let them do it?
See,
that's the part that drives me nuts.
Joe's just got to trust the pitching experts. He's got to trust Chaim Bloom and the pitching staff.
The art of pitching.
Yeah, he's got to trust. I meing, they've got a reason for it.
So let's paint the picture here.
I'm being a little bit snarky.
Yeah.
Not really towards Joe. I love Joe.
Yeah.
Being snarky towards our texters yesterday.
Yeah, the one texter.
The one.
Yeah.
You know who you are. Yeah. You know who you are.
Let Chaim Bloom do his job.
Yeah. Trust the pitching staff. Okay.
We are. We're just reacting to what we're seeing.
They're not asking us for our advice.
No. Reminds me of the time.
This is the fast lane. This is not the MLB Trade Deadline documentary.
Right. I don't think any of us confuse our jobs. Anyways, so what do you guys think, though, just on the surface? Because if you go back, Wells had hit the home run. That's when they decided to pull Michael McGreevy. So at that point, McGreevy was at, did Joe mention how many pitches?
He's at 91 pitches. He threw 53 strikes.
He hasn't thrown 100 pitches this year.
He's at 91 at that point.
Yeah.
Now, I looked it up. Normally, his fastball, McGreevy's fastball, sits 92, 94.
Oh, was the velo down?
A smidge.
I like said velo.
And honestly, it really wasn't that. His last four-seamer that he threw to Wells was a ball. He threw it 92. So not really. You know, he had one in the previous at-bat that he threw it for 90. So maybe the velo was ticking down a little bit, but he had thrown 92 pitches at that point. What do you guys think over, like, in general?
I think so. I understand what Joe Buck is saying. Mm-hmm. And Joe Buck, I mean, he grew up a baseball family. Like, we know the whole history. So
he grew up in another era where pitchers were men were men.
Well, I'm not going to go there.
Oh, okay. All right.
But the game was different.
Yeah.
And so I don't blame him for being a little frustrated when you see that.
Mm-hmm.
But because we're in it every day with the Cardinals, and I'm not saying Joe Buck isn't following on a daily basis, but he's a busy guy.
Yeah.
He's got Sports Jeopardy coming up. He's got the Hall of Fame. I don't know if he's diving into the Cardinals' everyday stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Micah McGreevy, I believe what's his highest pitch count, highest pitch total in a season?
Oh, so like overall?
Yeah, because I think that's what Ollie's looking at more than anything right now. You have Leahy and you have McGreevy. That Leahy's never really pitched a lot of innings. This is going to be by far the most he's ever pitched. And McGreevy, this is his first real full season in the major leagues where he's in the rotation. So Ollie, at 91 pitches, you got to protect your youngster. And right now, the Cardinals, what they're building as an organization is that you can come here as a pitcher and we'll fix you, and we keep our pitchers healthy.
Yeah.
So as much as we want to see him, let him go. It's Yankee Stadium. I get it, man. The baseball fan in me is like always perplexed when guys come out 4th, 5th, or 6th inning. I'm like, come on, let him go, man.
Yeah.
Let the kid eat. But then when I see 91, 92 pitches, I see the total pitches over the course of the season adding up, or the total innings over the course of the season adding up for this guy. You have to protect your investment as well.
Well, not to mention, and I understand what Joe is saying, and to a certain degree, I agree with certain moments. Again, the pitch count was getting up there. He also was about to face 3 lefties in a row, and Grisham, Rice, and Garcia Jr. So that's a spot where maybe you feel like you want to bring in your lefty. Now, that's a separate conversation on whether or not that said lefty is actually reliable.
Depends on what lefty.
But, Brule ends up suffering the home run to Trent Grisham, who looked like he was jammed, and it flew out of the ballpark. And then he ended up getting out of the inning. He grounded out, and he got 2 groundouts. So he ended up getting out of the inning. You were still in the lead, 6-3 at that point. It was later in the game in which they ended up blowing the lead to make it a 7-6 game. So I understand the thought process where Joe is. I just don't know. I think it's an unfortunate circumstance because McGreevy, his pitch count got so high early in the game, much like Cam Schlittler's did, and he didn't go that long either.
No, they pulled him.
I was actually surprised that this guy who is trying to win the AL Cy Young Award, if they're not trying to get him just a little bit more length. And I wonder if the Yankees end up winning that game if they don't have to use that other buddy. What's his name?
The bullpens both struggled mightily last night.
Chavilli.
Yeah.
I think he ended up getting sent down for how bad he was yesterday.
Well, it was a tough night for the
So where I go with this is back to my initial thought is we have to be looking big picture. The Cardinals right now, they're out of it. They're not going to make the playoffs, barring something crazy happening. I'd love to see it happen, but in a realistic world, I don't think they're a contender for sure. Protect your investment. Michael McGreevy is part of your future. He's part of your rotation next year if there is baseball. He's part of your rotation the year after that. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to get a McGreevy, Dobbins, Mathews, like Palante. Like you're trying to get that way. Can you imagine now if McGreevy, because the good old boys think that leave him out there, throws out his elbow or something to his shoulder, something happens, and then it screws up his timeline moving forward, or he's never quite the same. And I know that can happen at any point, but it happens a lot more often with fatigue, and fatigue happens when you're in an area that you're not accustomed to. And right now, this is getting deep for him.
Yeah. The Yankees did a great job, to Marsh's earlier point, of driving up the pitch count.
Yeah.
A lot of the counts, it was not an easy outing for McGreevy. It was very laborious.
Mm-hmm. And the Cardinals did the same thing.
And the Cardinals did the same thing, to their credit. They really worked both starters last night. Both teams worked both starters. McGreevy, by the way, the pitch count, he threw 101 once last year. He threw over 100 pitches only once. More times than not, he sat in that 90 to 93 range in terms of a pitch count. So this was kind of typical, obviously. Going back to Joe Buck, again, we're talking about his tweet. His last question is the key. How do they learn or grow? I think on the surface, this question is very valid.
Absolutely.
How do these pitchers learn how to work in and out of jams, go deeper into games if they're not doing it, right? I agree, again, on the surface. But if you were to ask, was last night the best environment to push McGreevy so that he can learn or grow? I would say no.
Why is that?
Pitch count.
Okay.
Just gave up the home run.
Yep.
He had been laboring at times throughout that game. And the Yankees, offensively, their lineup, how they were attacking him, you could make the point, even though he only gave up the 2 runs, that was it. You could make the point that the Yankees were doing a great job with him. So, third time through the order, lefties coming up, all that. To me, that was actually the perfect time to pull him.
Mm-hmm. Well, also, if Brule doesn't give up the home run to Grisham, it looks like a great move.
Sure. Yeah, unfortunately, if Brule does his job, then maybe this isn't a conversation. I understand what Joe Buck is saying.
Absolutely.
On the surface, how do they learn? How do they grow? If they're not going to do it, I agree. But last night, I don't think was necessarily the environment to say, hey, well, let's push them.
All right, where do I find his pitches in a season? Because I tried to do the AI thing, and it won't bring me there.
So his pitches last year was 1,465.
And where is he at this year?
This year, he is at 1,931.
Yeah, so there you go.
So he's already vastly exceeded that.
So that's kind of my point.
Yeah.
And we still have a lot of baseball left.
Yeah, right, which is the key. Yeah, if this is the last week, his last start, his second to last start, all right, maybe you push it a little bit.
It's not.
But again, is that the environment in which to do so? You got 3 lefties coming up. He just gave up the bomb. He's at 90-something odd pitches. He's at Yankee Stadium. The ball's flying out of the yard. Sure. Is that the best spot? The only argument is, hey, the bullpen's been absolute trash. But you already know that. This is about McGreevy. It's not about what the bullpen.
But it's not a bullpen. You're protecting McGreevy.
Right.
Well, and the home run that he gave up was to Austin Wells, who is what, Anthony?
David Wells' brother.
No, he's a lefty.
Oh.
Yeah. Boy, he watched that thing, too, didn't he?
Well, yeah, I mean, he's batting $167. I would hope that he would watch any base hit that he got at this point.
He was shocked he hit it.
He kind of watched it, but when Burleson hit his third,
oh boy,
he looked at Wells, which I loved. So he kind of looked back and be like, "Hey, like that."
I think
the moment that bat touched the ball, it was gone.
Yeah,
I don't think he was looking at Wells. I was watching that at bat, and it looked like because the Cardinals' dugout is third base side, and I think that guys on the in the dugout were like talking to him during the at bat and were giving him crap.
You're right,
for whatever reason.
I think
he
hit
it and looked at him.
I think it was the dugout or Pop Warner. One of the two were like, I think Pop Warner maybe gave him a bunt signal, like it's like a joke or something. Because if you look at that at bat, Burley's doing his thing and he looks right, he goes like this, and he's kind
of smiling.
He's like laughing, like what? He's like whatever, and then boom, and then he looked back.
What a night for Alec Burleson. All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Why don't we do what's trending next here in the Fastlane on 101 ESPN?
We want to hear from you. Use the Scott Lee Mic Drop feature on the 101 mobile app. Give us your opinion on anything St. Louis sports with a mic drop.
Brought to you by the Scott Lee Heating Company.
Well, I was sitting there last night watching the Redbirds. I just sat down, kicked up the feet, cracked open an ice-cold Zwickle Light. It was awesome. I had a long day. Things are happening. Just wanted to take the edge off a little bit. And no better beer to have than Urban Chestnut's Zwickle Light. Best part about it, too, is I'd already had dinner, so I already had some food in my belly. I didn't feel bloated having a beer. This is a light beer that is low in calories, only 95 calories, only 3.7 carbs, and it tastes like beer. I absolutely love what Urban Chestnut has done with this light beer. It's fantastic. But just like they always do, they're always looking to continue to grow and expand. So they have made a brand new hazy IPA. It is called Squirrel Works. It is awesome. I highly recommend it. I got lots of it over at the Rivers House. We love it. My friends love it. It is great. It's a hazy IPA, delivers bright tropical notes. It's an easy, juicy finish. It really is fantastic. They're selling it in the 4-pack as well as the single cans. You can find that Zwickle Light in cans or in bottles. You can find them all over St. Louis, and you can also find them with my friends over at Dirt Cheap. Don't miss out. Go get some today. For more information, check everything out at urbanchestnut.com. That's urbanchestnut.com. Prost!
Live from the Centene Community Ice Center inside the ENB Granite Studios, you're tuned into the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Presented by Bud Light and Skimmer's Original Vodka Iced Tea on 101 ESPN. What are the hot topics in the sports world?
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
Here's what's trending.
It's Fastlane here at Centene Community Ice Center here on 101 ESPN with Jamie Rivers and Andrew Marsh and Anthony Stalter. Speaking of Marshy, he's got what's trending for us.
Yeah, guys, I figured we could dive into some youth sports talk today for what's trending, because we are here at the Centene Community Ice Center. Why? For the Synergy hockey camps that are happening, not only here, but just around the St. Louis area in general. What is it, 3 camps, Jamie?
Yeah, 3 locations this week. It's our 13th year of operation, and it's really quite astounding when I look back at the number of players that have come through the program that are now playing, professional, NHL, AHL, college hockey. And the fun thing, too, is to look around the city of St. Louis to see how many coaches are in prominent positions with different companies and doing things that have all come through as well.
So you have a great track record, not only for coaches but players, but for parents. When they are entrusting their kids to the right coaches, how do they know where to start, who to necessarily put their belief in?
Ask questions. I mean, every camp, every coach, everybody has a resume. It may not be the physical paper resume that they have to plop in front of you, but they have a resume as far as people that they've coached, teams they've worked with, parents that they know. And I always tell parents to do their due diligence, because when I first got into the business, I will say this, the internet is a wonderful thing. I love the internet for my specific business because people used to lie, tell stories about their resume.
Yeah.
And they'd float into a town. St. Louis, before St. Louis had a thriving hockey market, they had to rely upon outside entities to come into town and run hockey camps and skills and whatnot. And you'd be surprised at how many people came in and said, yeah, I played in the minors. Okay. There was no record, but you couldn't find it because the internet wasn't. So
no hockey DB.
No hockey DB. Yeah. No Google. Nothing.
Right.
So you had to just, oh, yeah. And the guy got out. Well, pretty good player. Maybe he played, growing up, whatever. But you're like, okay, wow, hey, this guy played in the minors. Yeah, he's got drafted blood as knee. Otherwise, he'd be an all-star.
It reminds me of the guy on TikTok who's doing the PK Subban stuff on the ice.
Yes. So for that reason alone, I love the internet because it weeds out people who may have been inflating their resume. And because the people who really have the resume, they deserve the accolades. Like if you played college hockey, you deserve to be a college, like that's what you're recognized, or minor pro or NHL. You can't have somebody who never played in those leagues coming and saying they did and then stealing your business because they're good salesmen. So for me, all that long story is to say, do your research. When I first started doing the camps here, I had a resume as a player. I didn't really have a resume as a coach. So believe it or not, you still have to prove it to people. Like I had to get on the ice every single day. Some days were 8 to 10 hours a day in skates on the ice, training kids, proving to St. Louis that, yeah, he's a player, but he's a hell of a coach too. And he's good to the kids. And the one thing you have to remember is it's all about the kids. You're training the kids. And I've had parents where I've told you this story before. I have kids that they were on the ice all the time. And I go off the ice and tell the father or the mother, hey guys, they need a break. Please, don't come next week. Don't take 2 weeks off. Go do something different. Go on vacation. Go fishing. And and that stuck with this family in particular. And then they went on to tell other people, like, it wasn't about taking their money.
Yeah.
And it should never be about that. Which is rare. Now, don't get me wrong. I feed my family by doing this, but at the same time, it's not at the expense of the kid or the parents.
Yeah, hockey's already an expensive sport to begin with.
And for me, and if people really don't want to listen to me, that's fine. They can go to some other camp that week and do their thing. Yeah. It's fine. Will it be as good? I don't know. Maybe not. But the bottom line is, I believe the reputation of the coaching staff and the coach in general, at least the owner of the company, is very important when it comes to their care in your kid and their want to see them getting better each and every day, to hold them accountable but still have fun at the same time.
Yeah, good for you. You can lay your head down on your pillow at night and sleep just fine, knowing that it's in the best interest of the kid and the family. And I love what you said too about, take a break, play something else.
Yeah.
Play. I was listening to, I think I shared this story before, but I was listening to a podcast and it was the two Carr brothers that were on it. And they were talking about how their dad, after each season, he would take whatever ball it was and put it away. If it was football season, it was over with. I'd put the football away. He would, and then that was it. And the Carr brothers would joke about how he would even know when he put the football away where the label was or the logo was. Yeah. So if the brothers took it out, he would know. Mm-hmm. And it was just, look, that season's over with. Go do something else. It's now baseball season or soccer season or hockey season. Go do something else. And I started implementing that with my kids.
Yeah, and let's not be mistaken here. If your child has a specific desire to want to do one sport more than another,
yeah, fine.
Like I tell parents all the time, it's okay that they come to a couple of camps throughout the summer, but just don't come to 11 straight weeks.
Right.
Like, let them go do other things, because there are kids that have an appetite. Like, if I played on a team where I wasn't satisfied, it was a lower level. I want to make a higher team, then you got to put the work in the off season.
Very true.
And that's what I did as a kid too, is I put in the work in the off season, but it wasn't so hockey centric. There was a lot of shooting, running, some weightlifting, push-ups, sit-ups, like you're doing all of these things, but also playing football, playing baseball, going to the lake, swimming, like whatever it is. It can all be considered off-season training if you approach it the right way.
Absolutely. That's Jamie Rivers. We're here at Centene Community Ice Center for the Synergy Hockey Skills Camp. Andrew Marsh. Carey Davis is on vacation. He'll be back with us on Monday. The Cardinals did something today that would probably anger a lot of people, but it might be smart long term. We'll get into that next on 101 ESPN.
101 ESPN has your chance to win a pair of single-day passes for the BMW Championship, August 18th through the 23rd at Bellerive Country Club, including access to the Trophy Club presented by Michelob Ultra. See the top PGA players in the world compete while enjoying the Trophy Club presented by Michelob Ultra, located alongside the 7th green, featuring shaded seating and indoor lounge, a variety of food and beverage options for purchase, including offsite parking and shuttle service and more. Find your chance to win that pair of single-day passes for the BMW Championship at Bellerive Country Club, including access to the Trophy Club presented by Michelob Ultra Superior Light Beer. Right now at 101ESPN.com or on your 101 app. WXOS, WXOS HD1E St. Louis, 101 ESPN is driven by Auto Centers Nissan, home of the 30-day new Nissan Return Promise. The Fast Lane is broadcasting live from the ENB Granite Studios at the Centene Community Ice Center, presented by Bud Light and Skimmer's Original Vodka Iced Tea on 101 ESPN.
It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN 310. Your time check brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. So earlier today, Quinn Mathews was optioned back to AAA Memphis. They needed a roster spot. They created one because obviously they had Dustin May was traded and Jojo Romero was traded, but Caleb Ferguson will take the spot of Jojo Romero. But today they needed another roster spot with Cesar Prieto coming up. Was this a smart move? Or, given the fact that Quinn Mathews is a young pitcher and it is a rebuilding season, why don't you evaluate him? Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Service time does come into play.
It's not as dirty of a word as you think when it comes to this situation.
He's 26 years old. Quinn Mathews, and we hope that he has a great career. But this isn't a Chris Bryant, J.J. Weatherholt situation where you're like, you're going to really going to manipulate this player is ready. You're going to manipulate the time and have this kid, in the minors till April 14th or 15th, whatever it is. Like, really that's not this situation. Quinn Mathews has to go down to Memphis now for at least 15 days. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's 2 starts for the Cardinals.
It works out to be
the math
starts.
is 2 starts.
Yeah.
Okay. Or 1 extra year of team control. Now, Quinn Mathews might not like this, and I totally get it from his perspective. But you can't say that 2 starts of evaluation at the big league level is worth a full season of team control.
No. And
period.
I would imagine that the Cardinals, I would hope that they have communicated this properly. Like, hey, Quinn, we liked your start. It was solid. We like where you're headed. We're going to send you back down because you're part of our future. Mm-hmm. And our future consists of you being under team control for 1 more year.
Yeah.
So don't worry about the next couple starts. You go down to Memphis where you will be back after that time frame is met, and you'll close out the season with us. And the goal now is to make this team out of spring training next year. As an organization, that is your responsibility to your fan base to get an extra year of team control of a young player that you think is going to be part of your team.
Yes.
Bottom line.
I also think that while we're talking about development, this gives Hunter Dobbins a chance to get some runway as well, which is something that he really hasn't had this season. He's been here, then he's been back. He's, come in the middle of a game for 5 innings. He's done well. Now we get to, see him pitch a little bit, and he sort of gets a bit of a runway because he deserves it too. You have 2 pitchers kind of in the same kind of conversation. Dobbins has been up here longer, had more opportunities to start and pitch, but instead of the 6-man rotation, now Dobbins gets to maybe get those 2 starts, and you get to see what he can do.
Yeah, no, it's a strong point. I think the irritation or frustration for some Cardinals fans comes in where when you talk about Matthew Liberatore, some people feel as though that why would you keep Matthew Liberatore in the starting rotation?
What's he going to put in there?
Move him to the bullpen and let Quinn Mathews pitch. Again, we're only talking about 2 starts. And you are in a rebuilding season, so that would include just letting Matthew Liberatore continue to work and get those innings. And you're on an innings limitation with everybody else, anyways.
Well, and it's kind of hard to. And we've said we would like to see Matthew Liberatore in the bullpen. We've said that multiple times over the course of the summer. I think it'd be kind of difficult to go up to Matthew Liberatore and say, "Hey, bud, I know you just gave up 0 earned runs in your last start against the Toronto Blue Jays. You actually pitched really well. We're going to put you in the bullpen."
Right.
And I also feel
fast lane yourself.
And I also feel like you just got rid of a starting pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
You need a body in that rotation right now.
Yeah. And
again, I will double down on the fact that I think the Cardinals should go to a 6-man rotation. McGreevy's way above the most pitches he's had in a season at this point.
Yep.
Kyle Leahy's going to be way above that. You've got Dobbins and Quinn Mathews that are young arms that are developing. And then you've got Liberatore that is a roller coaster ride. And then you got McGreevy and Palante. Like you've got guys. I'm sorry, I talked about McGreevy. Palante, who probably is your most seasoned guy based upon the number of innings that he's pitched over the last 3-4 years, whatever it is.
Yeah,
I think a 6-man rotation makes sense.
I do too.
I don't think they have to go to that right now. I think when Quinn Mathews comes back, it's an easy one to sell.
Agreed. That's Jamie Rivers. Go ahead, Marsh.
Maybe we can get to it a little bit later, but there's another aspect to the moves that were made today that Jamie brought up earlier in the show. Why don't we just push that?
Well, would you want to get into it next, Marshy?
We could.
Let's go. There's no rules, just right.
It's like
we should use that. No, that's ours.
Oh, that's ours?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe I was thinking of something else.
I never heard about that before.
Yeah, Outback is, how do you like your steak?
How do you like your Funyun?
Yeah. How do you like this Funyun? I think that's it.
Is that their slogan?
I think that's the slogan is, yeah.
Okay.
How do you like this Funyun?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, Marsh has got a thought, and we'll get to it next on 101 ESPN.
We want to hear from you. Text us at 314-399-9646 on the Air Comfort Service Heating, Cooling, and Insulation text line on 101 ESPN.
If you're thinking about remodeling your kitchen or your bathroom, where you got some of those outdoor living spaces, please call my friends over at E&B Granite. They're the best in the business. Just the amount of countertops that they have on site is incredible. They've got granite, quartz, marble. If you're talking about cabinets, they've got designer cabinets, and they have cabinets that fall under any budget. So if you have a high budget, no problem. If you are watching the budget a little more, E&B Granite can help you out. And that goes for flooring as well. They've got a lot of different styles and colors, and they've got something for everyone when it comes time to redoing your kitchen or your bathroom. Let's not forget about the in-house design staff. They're instrumental in helping you out. They will work directly with you side by side and build your kitchen or your bathroom or whatever it is that you're upgrading in your home. They're right there to walk you through it all. But I will recommend to stop by the showroom. They are located at 6135 Manchester Avenue. Walk in, tell them Jamie Rivers sent you. They love hearing that. They will walk through the process with you. The technicians are fantastic at what they do, and you will absolutely love the finished product. So please, again, get down to the showroom. If not, call to get a free quote. That number is 314-645-9300. That's 314-645-9300, or you can always visit enbgranite.com.
Broadcasting live from the Centene Community Ice Center inside the E&B Granite Studios. You're in the fast lane on 101 ESPN. Presented by Bud Light and Skimmer's Original Vodka Iced Tea on 101 ESPN.
before we broke last segment, Marsh, you were going to tie in something we were talking about. Yeah. Got the bomb on me, baby.
What is that?
Got the bomb on me.
Never heard it. Sing it more.
It's ABBA.
Yeah, no,
no, that's Dancing Queen.
Oh. Dancing Queen. Anyways, Marsh, we're talking about Quinn Mathews, service time manipulation, innings limitations, all that. And you wanted to actually bring up something that kind of related to something that Jamie said earlier. So
before the show, we were looking at this because BK and Ferrario, when this news dropped around 1:30, Quinn Mathews optioned to Memphis, Caleb Ferguson activated to the 26-man roster, and you just mentioned it last segment. Cesar Prieto has been recalled from Memphis. And maybe there's some fans out there that want a different guy to join this club because Lars Nootbaar was just traded. And Jamie, your thought was?
Well, I think the Cardinals are telling us exactly what we said yesterday. They don't think he's ready either. And that would be Joshua Báez.
Oh, no.
Otherwise, why would you not? I mean, the guy that was the roadblock was an outfielder, left fielder. Marcia just said Lars Nootbaar. You deal that guy away, you think, okay, it's Báez time. But we also talked about his strikeout rate and the fact that there's a lot to learn still for this guy. Maybe the Cardinals feel the same way, and maybe that's why Prieto is up here and not Báez.
If you're not going to use Báez on a consistent basis, there is no reason to bring him up. He's got, like you said, Jamie, he's got a lot of work to work on. When it comes to strikeouts, it's not just, hey, stop swinging out your ass trying to hit a home run every time. That's part of it. The other part of it is what we talked about with Jordan Walker. It's pitch selection. It's pitch recognition. How is the pitcher trying to attack you in that at-bat?
Well, look how hard it was for Jordan Walker.
Exactly.
Look at that. And I could be wrong, but Jordan Walker profiled as a much bigger prospect than Báez.
No question.
And Jordan Walker had a hard time finding any kind of comfort in the batter's box at the major league level. And they sliced and diced him up. That slider low and away, he could not lay off of.
Right. And he couldn't stay out of those counts.
Yeah, he couldn't. He was 1-2, 0-2.
Yeah, you're now in a pitcher's count. He's got you dead to rights. And if he can execute, and most of the big league pitchers can, if he can execute, he's got you.
Yeah.
He'll throw something that's going to fade away from you in the batter's box, whether it's a slider or any sort of breaking pitch, and Jordan Walker was chasing after consistency.
And so I don't know what that pitch is for Báez, but it seems like some of the guys have figured it out at the AAA level because his strikeout number is quite astounding.
Yes.
I will say in AAA, in April, his strikeouts were 35, May 34, June 27, July 26. So that is dropping month by month, which is really good to see. However, you want to look at June, his average 290. I'll just go through everything right here. 290, 320 OBP, 677 slug, 997 OPS. Those numbers dipped in July. 208 batting average, 303 OBP. His slug was 506, and his OPS 809. So those numbers are dropping a little bit, and his home run total dropped as well. 6 home runs compared to 10 July to June. But I also wonder if this is something, again, with like service time, where
I don't know.
This dude is probably going to get called up in, the later portion of the season, and he'll get a little bit of a runway, and we'll just go from there.
I think he'll definitely get an audition at some point. I think the Cardinals would be foolish not to, just to see what it looks like, just to give the kid some at-bats in the batter's box, in the big stadiums. This is what it looks like, you know?
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but I think he'll get a look. And I don't know about the service time. I haven't looked that up.
Okay. They didn't do it with J.J. Weatherholt, though. So I don't think it's all.
I don't know if that's apples to apples, though.
If it were all about the service time, though, they would have done it with Weatherholt. What I'm saying is, no, you're right. It's not apples to apples because the players are different.
He just was too good.
But if we're talking about the service time and, hey, the Cardinals like to play this game. First of all, they all play the game. Second of all, if Báez didn't have the strikeout numbers that he has, and it's just linear projection, right? Like linear progress, and he's ready to go. I don't think the service time would be.
I think he'd be here.
I think he'd be here.
I agree with you.
Yeah. Jamie Rivers, Andrew Marsh, Anthony Stalter. It's a Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Why don't you start sending in those sports six-pack questions? If you got any for us, the Air Comfort Service text line is 314-399-9646. Again, 314-399-9646. Feel free to send in any questions that you have. We've been talking mostly Cardinals today, but if you got something non-sports related, fantastic. Send it in. One other thing here that is non-Cardinals that actually came out yesterday that I just, while we got a couple of minutes here, I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on it. Team USA is bringing back Mauricio Pochettino.
Our guy.
Russell Crowe.
Let's go, baby.
Russell Crowe is back.
MP's back.
It's not his fault that he didn't have a superstar player, right? Or he had a superstar player. He had a good player that was wearing the superstar mask, right? It's not his fault. And while I was very angry at Russell Crowe for not pulling said average player disguised as a superstar when the lights were brightest, I really like what he's done. I really like what he's done with Team USA. I love the aggressive approach that they have. They have a clear identity.
Yeah.
It was very disappointing to see them lose in the manner that they did in the World Cup. But this is as close and as exciting as Team USA has been since, I've been alive.
I like the style of play that
men's, by the way, not women's.
Yeah.
Men's.
I like the style of play that he's incorporating. A lot of the announcers and the analysts talk about the USA was playing a pretty physical approach to it, which I think you're going to have to be, because I don't think you're going to out-dynamic some of these other countries,
right?
But you can outwork them and certainly out-physical them, although you got to be careful in sport of soccer, as we see the bodies hit the floor all the time.
Whether you hit somebody or not.
Yeah, even if you just run past them, sometimes they fall. But what I like about this is consistency. And I'll give the U.S. Soccer Federation, the men's soccer, credit for this. Let's stay consistent. Some countries, every 4 years, they change the coach. They're not happy, change the coach. So your team's head in one direction for 4 years, and then you change that direction. Doesn't mean bad or good, right? You just change that direction. Then you change it again. Then you change it again. I think if nothing else, you give them 2 cracks at this. Not suggesting that the U.S. will win the next World Cup, but give him something to build off of, because he had just had 4 years of working with a team, a number of players that he knows what they can do and what they can't do. So if he has to make changes now moving into the next World Cup, whether it's personnel or strategy or systems, whatever, he's able to do that while still having a very solid foundation of players that he's already developed.
Agreed.
So it's good that they're giving him another run at it.
Yeah, if you're changing up your systems or your coaches every 4 years, you don't believe in what you're doing then. And it doesn't seem that to be that way with Team USA. So, again, that news came out yesterday. We didn't get to it during a busy trade deadline, so I wanted to spend a couple of minutes discussing that. I'm glad that Russell Crowe is back as the manager of Team USA, and we'll see what he can do in 4 years in the next World Cup. All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Sports Six-Pack is coming up. 314-399-9646 is the Air Comfort Service text line. Send in those questions in. We'll get to them next here live at Centene Community Ice Center.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
101 ESPN is powered by Kaufman Townsley, St. Louis's injury lawyers. Call 314-777-7777.
That's 314-777-7777.
If you're using a weight loss medication and the pounds are coming off, but you're still not feeling confident, in control, or proud of how you're doing it, this message is for you. I'm weight loss coach Charles D'Angelo. I used to weigh 360 pounds. I lost 160 pounds all naturally and have kept it off for over 20 years. And I've helped thousands to do the same, many losing over 100 pounds in less than a year. Weight loss medication can help jumpstart your journey, but it won't teach you how to sustain the results. That's where coaching comes in. My clients eat real food from the grocery store and meet with me one-on-one every couple of weeks, in person or on Zoom, for structure and support. And unlike medication, there are no side effects, just structure, accountability, and a plan that actually works. Scores of doctors have come to me for help, and you can too, because lasting change doesn't come in a prescription. It comes from within. Visit charlesdangelo.com to see hundreds of before and after photos and video testimonials and schedule your free coaching consultation today. That's charlesdangelo.com.
Sponsored by AutoZone.
Spread Zone, where sports betting meets reckless optimism, questionable logic, and the occasional stroke of genius. With hosts Anthony Stalter, Tim McKernan, and Scott Rizzuto. Check out the latest from the Spread Zone at 101ESPN.com or the 101 mobile app. The Spread Zone is brought to you by FanDuel Sportsbook. Make every moment more. 101 ESPN Sports Center.
Dobbins draws primetime nod in Bronx. I'm Bradford Bruns. Your Sports Center update is driven by Saliga Heating and Cooling. Tonight at 6:05, Cardinals-Yankees action resumes. 26-year-old hurler Hunter Dobbins will get Game 2, hoping for more offensive heroics. Alec Burleson clubbing 3 home runs yesterday as St. Louis beat New York 13-7. Nathan Church plus Jimmy Crooks also went yard. Neither Burleson nor Crooks, though, finds himself starting against lefty Ryan Weathers. College Pigskin MU wraps up its second fall camp practice. Head coach Eli Drinkwitz touching upon the developmental process of new QB1 Austin Simmons.
We want Austin to be uniquely him and uniquely himself. He's got a skill set that is different than anybody that I've coached here as far as arm strength and arm talent. And he's going to have to establish his identity as a leader, as a vocal leader, as a competitor.
This Sports Center update was powered by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
This is the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. We're broadcasting live from the ENB Granite Studios at the Centene Community Ice Center. Presented by Bud Light and Skimmer's Original Vodka Iced Tea on 101 ESPN.
I have a question.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
Refreshed by Urban Chestnut. Urban Chestnut Swickle Light Premium Light Beer. Live your light style, St. Louis.
Time for the Sports Six Pack here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Our Air Comfort Service text line is 314-399-9646. If you have a question, please send it in. Marsh, what do you got?
Question number 1.
All right, let's start with Tim's Offshore Bookie. This is a question for Jamie. What is it about hockey players that give them the ability to play through the truly awful injuries you hear about? I never hear athletes in other sports powering through things like hockey players. Is it all mental, or are you just built different?
Oh, wow. This is a great question because, quite honestly, it's insanity. It really is. I don't know. Do I stay positive, Anthony, or do I go down a dark path?
Can you do both? Can you go dark first, then kind of provide some positivity?
Yeah. So depending on, how you're brought up and whatnot, it's ingrained in you. And so I told the story before. I think I've told my father telling you don't ever lay on the ice.
Yes.
One, don't ever let the opponent know you're hurt. Mm-hmm. Don't give them the satisfaction. Unless you're dead, get up off the ice and get to the bench.
Good advice.
And I remember one time as a kid, I kind of embellished. I don't know, was looking for attention or something. My dad left the rink. Went home. So I came out after the game. I was like, "Oh, where's my dad?" One of the other dads was like, "Okay, well, I'll take you home." My dad just said, "Look, if you're hurt, that's fine. But you weren't hurt. It's embarrassing to your teammates, to me, to you. So I'm not watching that." So from that point on, every time I got hurt, I'd always get up, skate away. And then as you get up higher and higher, the expectation from a team standpoint is they want you to be like RoboCop. You get shot 900 times, you just keep walking.
Yeah.
And so blocking shots, skates to the face, stick to the face, concussions. We didn't really know about concussions back then, so it's not like a dark side of the moon that way, But no matter what the injury is, you play through it. So broken arm, broken ribs, torn knee ligaments, you keep going until you just physically cannot keep going anymore.
Sure.
Or you're letting yourself down, you're letting your teammates down, you're letting whatever it is, the fan base down. So the mentality is completely warped. It really is. If you're hurt, you should get healthy. But that's not the way we're wired. We're wired to continue at all cost. And, but that being said, you create a tremendous work ethic. You're able to battle through things. There's days where people don't want to get out of bed, don't want to go to work. Well, for me, I have those days too. And it's not all mental health things. It's physical. I'm sore. I'm tired. My knees are sore. My back is sore. Whatever. But you got to keep going. I'm not going to lay on the ice. Right. I'm going to keep going. I'm not going to let the opponent know they got the best of me. In the business world, it's the business or the economy or whatever it is you're trying to do. I'm not going to let that entity get the best of me. Mm-hmm. So it is ingrained. It's programmed. I'm not going to say brainwashed because that's heavy to say that. But you are wired to just keep going, keep moving until you cannot move anymore. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if other sports do that. I know football does. You talk to Carey Davis. He knows I'm talking about.
He said, multiple times that there were days that he didn't even want to get out of bed.
Yeah.
There's tough times, man. There's tough times. And again, it's not that I'm sitting here bragging. I'm not condoning. This is what happens to you. And when you play long enough, and then for someone in my role and like Carey's role, a very unforgiving position to be in. Because Carey, it's not like he got all the glamorous handoffs to go for yardage. He was blocking a lot of times for the guy to run for yards. Nobody's running over and showing a highlight reel of Carey's blocks, except for maybe Carey's parents, And for me, blocking shots, hits, fights, whatever it is, nobody's they're lining up to watch Brett Hull shoot that one-timer and put it top shelf. That's something that you're YouTubing. You're not YouTubing me blocking 11 shots in L.A. one night.
With your face.
A couple of them, side of my head for sure. So I don't know. I can't really explain what the actual dynamic is behind it, but I can just say that it's ingrained in the players.
Yeah, it has to be a cultural thing that started many years back. You don't want to be that guy that while you look at your teammates and they're powering through something, you're the one guy who's like, I can't go tonight.
Yeah. Very true.
I feel like it'd be embarrassing, to be honest.
Well, it can be. And there's guys that are like that in certain locker rooms, and guys see it. And then they know, like, and teams weed those guys out. Championship teams don't have guys that take a day off.
Mm-hmm.
They have guys that power through until they can't power through anymore. And then the trainer, it's your job.
Yeah.
If you feel strong enough about that guy cannot go,
yeah,
your job to pull him and deal with the argument at that point.
Well, imagine telling someone, and most of the time when we're talking about these injuries, we're hearing more and more about them during the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine telling someone, hey, you can't go tonight. The Stanley Cup is in the building, but you're going to have to sit this one out.
Yeah, they don't.
My leg would be falling off. I'm like, I'll give you 2 shifts if I can. I'm playing that game.
I'll tell you for a fact, they ask you, how much pain can you endure?
Yeah.
Not the injury. Because the injury itself, we can freeze the injury. How much pain can you endure? Because when this unfreezes and when you get sensation back at 3 o'clock in the morning, you are going to not want to be alive at that point. It's going to hurt that much. And it does. It sucks. Nights I had to go to a different bedroom when all this was like unfreezing and coming out of like the pain. And so I don't wake up the kids and don't wake up the wife. Don't scare the dogs. It's terrible. It's awful. So how much pain are you willing to go through? That's the bottom line, both the injury and what's going to happen afterwards. And if you say you're fine with it, then it's fine. I was fine with it. I feel great now.
I've got no issues.
My therapist is on call, baby.
Yeah. Oh, man. So you want to play professional hockey, do you? All right, let's do another one. Question 2, please.
Question number 2.
All right, gentlemen, the UFL announced last week that Birmingham and Houston are leaving the league as part of a strategic market realignment. 2 replacement markets will join for the 2027 season as the league works toward long-term growth and expansion. We did get a text from Slinger like Sunday morning with the announcement of leaving both Birmingham and Houston. How much gas does the UFL have left in the tank?
Ooh.
I mean, I feel like they've been pretty much on fumes for the last 2 seasons. And I hate saying that because we obviously have the market that loves the Battlehawks, and we have the best UFL market based on who goes to the games, how many people go to the games, and then, of course, the TV, the viewership. So I don't want to see the UFL go away.
No.
It's nice to have spring football, but they're up against it for all the reasons that we've always discussed. From a popularity standpoint, the players that they bring in, these are hardworking guys that are trying to still make it to the NFL. They have an outlet, they have opportunities, but from a fan viewing standpoint, it's incredibly tough. And I'm shocked that they've made it work this much, quite frankly.
Yeah, they've tried the different cities. They've tried the college type cities. They've tried the bigger markets. The bigger markets didn't work. The only one that's worked is St. Louis. The only one that's worked is St. Louis. And the fan base here is extremely passionate. So it's not like it's the UFLs being successful in St. Louis. It's the Battlehawks are being successful in St. Louis.
Right.
Bottom line. It is what it is. Spring football has always had a challenge. USFL was always a challenge. It's never been something that has been a huge success. The original version of the XFL was interesting because Vince McMahon put all these crazy rules in it, made it more of a spectacle. Mm-hmm. But 3 weeks in, people stopped watching.
Yeah.
Because they're like, okay. I've seen all the gimmicks now. We're good. And the football's not great.
Yeah.
And now you're having teams that are leaving the league, teams that want to be in the expansion, but 3 years from now, none of it really makes any sense to me. Again, I think the only way to salvage a league like this long term is to turn it into a true development league for the NFL.
Okay, so Jamie, you sparked a thought for me.
Ooh.
Can we continue the sports six-pack, but I'll ask the third question?
Oh, yeah, let's do
I got a question for you guys.
Let's call that a tease.
Yeah, Anthony. Do I or do I not currently have a pulse?
Yes. Is this or is this not the XFL?
Let's go to the second six-pack.
Next on 101 ESPN.
The NFL is back on ESPN. It's the Hall of Fame game. Thursday night, Panthers and Cardinals kick off at 7. Your destination for the NFL in St. Louis is 101 ESPN.
Anthony, our guy Stewie, this is 2 days in a row now where we've called him. We usually like to talk to Stewie. He usually gives us a great update on what's going on in the market. He's busy. He's busy out there helping 101 ESPN listeners as we speak. And there was a guy today, came to my house, HVAC guy, and he was talking about how he's renting a home and he's having trouble, getting a loan and to purchase a home. I said, hey, you know what? I got a guy for you. I'm not saying I can fix your problems, but I know a guy who can help you. And I gave him Stewie's personal cell phone number. Again, we know that's 314-324-4440. I said, call that guy right now. Tell him that Jamie Rivers sent you in, and he's going to get back to you. He's going to help you out. Well, guy texted me back a little bit while ago. Said, hey, man, I called Stewie. He's going to help me out. Looks like there's a chance I can buy a home. That's what it's all about.
That's awesome. Stewie's incredible. And there's so many different ways that he sets you up for success. And he can go over that because obviously he's got the programs that he developed that can help you. But I don't know how many times I've given Stewie a call and had a question, and all of a sudden I get an education on what I'm actually dealing with. It makes me a more educated loan buyer, so to speak, right? But when it comes down to the paperwork and things that that he needs for me, you'd experience this too. A lot of times just give it to him. Please figure this out for me. And he does. He's incredible. Jamie just gave you the number. I'll give it to you again. 314-9646. No, that's the text line.
It's 314-324-4440.
I got the text line stuck in my head.
It's okay.
314-324-4440. That's right. So you can text him, call him day, night, doesn't matter. He'll help you out. And Jamie, if you missed that number that I just screwed up.
Yeah, it's much easier to Google the Begalo.
There it is.
NMLS number 226715.
Live from the Centene Community Ice Center inside the ENB Granite Studios. You're tuned into the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Presented by Bud Light and Skimmer's Original Vodka Iced Tea on 101 ESPN.
I have a question.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
Refreshed by Urban Chestnut. Urban Chestnut Swickle Light Premium Light Beer. Live your lifestyle, St. Louis.
All right, guys. So I had mentioned right before we ended that last segment that I had a question for you guys after talking about the UFL. So, Bradford, question 3, please.
Question number 3.
This comes from the Centene Community Ice Center right here.
Oh,
on
wow.
ESPN. We talk about UFL.
Yep.
Viability and all that, popularity. Would you guys be interested, after watching the U.S. flag football team take on the NFL stars and put on an absolute clinic, would you guys be interested in not a UFL type spring league, but something completely different?
Ooh.
Not completely different. Different.
Like?
A men's flag football team, a women's flag football team. Because it's growing in popularity. They're going to start maybe having it, certainly from a girl standpoint, in high schools. It's a different game.
I know. It's completely
also
different.
It's also less expensive because obviously you've got much smaller roster sizes and you're not dealing with the equipment. Sell something different. Because some of these players, like if you watched again when they battled the NFL players, these guys are incredibly athletic. And we talked to Sean Payton about it. Remember, he was helping out.
Oh, yeah. Right here. He sat right in the center.
He sat right here.
Right there.
And Sean Payton, head coach of the Denver Broncos, who was helping out, coached it, and he's like, I don't think these guys need any help. He mentioned that it's a different athlete. They're smaller, they're quicker, they're more agile, all that. Would that interest you more than the UFL if the UFL went away? Okay, so the Battlehawks no longer exist in this scenario.
No.
Okay.
Like, and I don't even know how you sell it at one point. I don't know. It's just, it's niche for me, and I know it's growing in popularity. And I encourage all the kids, boys and girls, to be out there playing flag football. It's a great sport. I just can't imagine. I'm like, hey, honey, give me the remote. I got to watch the flag football games.
Sure.
I don't see that happening. Now, if it's on, I'm like, okay, I watch it for a little while. But for me, Jamie Rivers, I don't see me dedicating time in my life to wanting to watch flag football.
Can I ask you a question? Would you have watched that particular tournament that they put on if the NFL players were not in it?
No.
If it was just flag football players.
Which is why
That's the intrigue, right?
I made sure to include that.
Yeah.
Because we didn't know what that exists. But then when you're watching it, you're like,
but you're still watching it.
Smokes.
But you're still watching it to see if at some point the NFL players catch on.
Yeah.
To see who's good at it, who's bad at it. You're not interested in team X, Y, or Z. You're interested in the NFL players.
I am more interested in watching those players for the Team USA go out and play, like in the Olympics.
Yeah, that's fine.
I would be interested in that. Again, I agree. It only piqued my interest because of the NFL players.
So what you just said, that intrigues me.
The Olympics.
So the Olympics, because it's a short window or a small window.
Sure.
And Team USA, Team Canada, Team Sweden, like whatever we're doing for Team Australia, that's intriguing to me. Where are we from an international standpoint on flag football? Team Washington playing Team, I don't know, Austin. That doesn't get me going. Man.
Sure.
Like, I just don't see it being like, who's the recognizable players? I know they'll try to market certain players.
Right.
But it would be more intriguing if for Team Austin, this make-believe team I've just made in Texas, has Diego Pavia as their quarterback.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to tune in to watch it. Wonder if he's any good at this. Maybe he's perfect for this. Now I'm intrigued. But if it's Tom Johnson, the quarterback for Team Austin.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's just maybe I'm being a jerk.
No.
No, you're being realistic.
You're being realistic.
I'm trying to be
for sure.
completely honest.
Yeah. The 618 brings up this idea, reminds me of trampoline basketball. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
But I was intrigued by that.
That stuff was pretty cool.
You could body check in that. Guys were getting lit up.
I mean, they're jumping super high. The slam dunks. The slam dunks are fun.
Mm-hmm.
But even that, like, it was like, okay, once you've seen it a couple times, like, I've seen it.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Tim's Toothless Bottom Boy brings up banana ball. Like, that is something completely different from actual Major League Baseball.
That has worked.
But it has worked.
But it's a one-off, right? Like, it's like the Harlem Globetrotters. People love the Harlem Globetrotters. They've been watching that game that travels around for years because it's entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
It's not real. You don't have to dial in to watch the game on TV. It's like,
I can't believe the Bananas blew the game in the 6th inning.
The rock stars came back. That bullpen for the Bananas really sucks.
Right. Yeah.
Like, you're not.
You don't
care. Like, hey, that guy did a backflip and cut the ball.
Right.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's entertaining for kids.
It's more of a spectacle than anything, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
But don't tell me it's baseball and make me think it's competitive.
No, sure.
I did see a video of I think this was last night where I saw this. I was actually going to send it to our group chat, but something happened and I completely forgot. But it was these dudes playing football on ice. So they had hockey equipment on. No skates though. They were
running shoes.
They were running shoes.
It was deadly.
Some guy went for a crossing route and completely slipped and fell and dropped the ball. Like, it was pretty funny. It almost seemed like a sport that you would make up if you had a hockey practice and we're like, hey, let's just do something different. It's probably something the Mighty Ducks would do because they don't actually practice hockey.
So you know what's funny is we've done it a couple of times at synergy camps. Is we've played football on ice.
Okay, with skates though.
Okay, and you have your 3 guys, like 3 offensive linemen, 3 defense, and they've got to box them out away from the quarterback. You skate your little route. The quarterback throws the ball, and you have the cone set up so that there's it's unbelievable the skills that the kids have, the spin moves they make, and we make it 2-hand touch.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't just touch it. It's got to be 2 hands. Got to get close enough to put 2 hands on.
Right.
But it's kind of cool.
It's kind of fun.
No, I wouldn't tune in every Sunday to watch it.
Right.
Do the linemen get sticks?
No,
no sticks.
No sticks for anybody.
Gotcha.
All right. Do we want to do one more?
Yeah, let's do one more. This can be a quick one.
Question 4, please.
Question number 4.
All right, from the 314, what is your weirdest eating habit / food preference? The 314 is fond of eating pizza with a fork.
I do that every now and then. If the pizza's really, I don't know, hot for one thing, so you can't hold it. You kind of, and if it's messy. Sometimes a pizza has a lot of sauce on it. And you're slopping around, when we're on the road, when I'm doing Blues games, there's times after a game where you're trying to grab a slice of pizza or whatnot, but you got your suit and your tie on. You're like, give me a knife and fork.
Right.
I'm going to keep this safe.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think of something weird that I eat or a way that I eat it.
Not a lot of people, I don't know how weird it is because some people do it, but some people think it's gross. I like ketchup on eggs. I know some people feel like that's a sin.
I don't mind it.
But
I'd rather do hot sauce.
Hot sauce, but
I actually like both.
I have done the ketchup. It's not bad.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's weird or anything.
Yeah, but some people would think that's weird.
Some people think it's weird when I dip French fries in mayonnaise.
I don't think that's weird either.
I've never done it, but I could see the appeal.
It's a very Canadian / European.
Sure.
Thing. They do that. So people are like, you dip your fries in mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Try it. And I'm like, it's pretty good.
What about your French fries in ice cream?
I haven't done that, but I know some people at
My daughter
Wendy's,
does
they'll
that.
do the frosty.
That's why I brought it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
They dip the fries.
It's a salt-sweet combo. Yeah, I typically don't, but I like a fair amount of. I don't mind mixing flavors, so I like a lot of condiments.
Yeah,
and I'll at a burger, I may throw mustard and mayo and barbecue sauce on.
I do the same thing.
Yeah,
I do the mustard, mayo, ketchup, barbecue sauce, all on one thing.
I like that. Some people like it just ketchup and mustard, but the only thing I won't really do that on is a hot dog. Although I like a good Chicago dog. It's got the sport pepper and it's got the onions and the relish and the mustard.
My boiler will hate me for days.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't think I have any sort of weird
I don't think I have
thing.
a weird Yeah, that's the weird part, Scott. I'm hung up on that right now.
Well, I'm also thinking, what is something that other people could find weird that I've just done my whole life, and I just can't think right now at the top of my head that it is weird.
Yeah, I keep trying to think of something that like maybe we eat in Canada, but it's really not that different.
I think it's more weird when somebody doesn't grow out of the typical like kid behavior with food.
Like
for
the fact
example,
that we still have to cut the crust off your sandwich, Anthony.
Like that, yeah.
Or chicken nuggets and mac and cheese.
Yeah,
I like doing that sometimes.
Well, sometimes sometimes look, fine. I'm not judging that aspect of it, but like I got a buddy who's got to have everything plain. He's got to have everything plain. Anytime he goes to a restaurant, he's not going to experiment. It's going to be some chicken finger fry combo, and it's like, okay, dude, like try something. You may not like it, but,
right?
They just never grow out of like the kid basic thing, and the crust is one.
The crust is one.
I got to cut the crust off Killian sandwiches. I'm like, buddy,
you got to tell him.
Come on, but he's 8. You know,
you got to tell him the crust is what makes him strong.
I've tried it.
Yeah,
I've tried that. He don't care.
All right.
In fact, he'll look at me and be like, "You see these muscles?" I'm like, "Buddy,
You're like, imagine if you ate the crust." Jamie McLennan, who was my goaltender here, a backup goalie in St. Louis, his nickname is Noodles.
Mm-hmm.
He got the name because that's all he eats.
Yeah,
like,
and plain, right?
That's it.
Plain noodles.
Plain,
not butter.
No butter. No.
Plain noodles.
Isn't that like dry?
It's terrible.
Yeah.
So noodles, and he still does it.
Wow. I think I brought this up one time.
That's tough.
I love instead of, and don't get me wrong, I do like maple syrup, but growing up,
Watch your mouth.
I would do corn syrup on my like waffles, or especially on French toast. I would do French toast with corn syrup instead of maple syrup, which I really liked. I don't know how many people do that, but
I've got
it's pretty good.
I've got PTSD from corn syrup because growing up, like at least when I grew up, they didn't have the little like the liquid like medicine for kids.
Oh yeah.
You had to crush up like adult pills.
Yeah.
And the capsules weren't really a thing.
Right.
So my mom would sit there, they had the little pill crusher, crush it like into dust almost.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't just feed that to the kid. So she would take corn syrup.
Oh,
and so you put the corn syrup and you'd be like, oh, this isn't bad. Then you get a little aftertaste.
You fooled me.
So now when I even smell corn syrup, I'm like, no, Mom, I'm not that sick.
I'm fine. I'll walk it off. All right. We got the Gauntlet coming up next in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN.
Tune in every day this week from 2 to 6 as the Fast Lane broadcast live from the E&B Granite Studios at the Centene Community Ice Center on 101 ESPN. E&B Granite, Bernie Federko's only choice for granite countertops, cabinets, and flooring, and presented by Bud Light and Skimmer's Original Vodka Iced Tea. WXOS, WXOS HD1 East St. Louis, 101 ESPN is driven by Brown and Crouppen Law Firm. The Fast Lane is broadcasting live from the ENB Granite Studios at the Centene Community Ice Center, presented by Bud Light and Skimmer's Original Vodka Iced Tea on 101 ESPN. 4 warriors, 4 categories, 1 challenger. Can you survive the Gauntlet?
Brought to you by Blue Note Roofing. Roofing, siding, and gutters. Visit BlueNoteRoofingSTL.com for a free inspection.
It's Fast Lane on 101 ESPN 4:08. Your time check brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler with Andrew Marsh and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter, and we welcome in Jared. What's up, Jared?
Hey, how's it going?
Going great, man. Appreciate you joining us. Thank you for listening. Round 1 of the Gauntlet. Would you like to take on Marsh, Jamie, or me?
I waited all week for Marsh, but I think I'm going to have to go with Anthony.
Oh! What led you to the switch up?
I just got a feeling there's going to be a lot of geography questions today.
Oh!
Wow, Anthony.
All right, Jared, now you pissed me off.
He's out of here, Jared. Oh, man, you got him all fired up. Well done. All right, buddy. Why don't we ask Bradford to please spin that wheel?
Spin that wheel, Bradford.
All right. What do you want against Anthony, or do you care?
Well, I'd like random, but hopefully it's not hockey.
Okay, well, Bradford, what do we got?
Jared, it is never easy to follow a champion, but hey, you may be a prophet after all. It's random.
Ooh.
All right.
All right.
Well, Jared. I don't know if that's good or bad, but...
Yeah, we'll see, right?
Yes.
Okay, 4 questions are worth 2 points each. If you use the options, only worth 1 point. If you're wrong, you get no points. And if we're tied, we will go to a tiebreaker, and we will get a winner here today in the Gauntlet. Jared, are you ready?
Yes.
Here we go. Question number 1. Which former Saturday Night Live cast member set a high school record for field goals made in a season?
Oof. Options, please.
All right. Was it Will Ferrell, Bill Murray, or Adam Sandler?
Adam Sandler's the athletic one. I think I'll go with Adam Sandler. Final answer.
Thank you.
Question number 2. What famous athletic brand shares the same name as the Greek goddess of victory?
Oh. I have no idea. Let me get the options, please.
Options are Adidas, Nike, or Puma.
Oh, I was going to say Adidas. I think I'll do Adidas. Final answer.
All right, Jared. Question number 3. Ice hockey is the official national winter sport of Canada. Please name the official national summer sport of Canada.
Oh, man. Does track and field count, or is that too broad?
Well, you can be that if you want it to be.
I may as well go with track and field. Final answer.
Okay, thank you.
Final question. This popular gorilla took over the internet back in 2016 after a 3-year-old fell into his enclosure at the Cincinnati Zoo. What is the name of this gorilla?
Harambe. Final answer. R.I.P.
All right, we're going to get Anthony back in here if he can pick his head out of his phone. He's currently texting someone vigorously.
Yeah.
But, okay, he's back. Anthony, how was the
Concourse of Silence?
It was good.
Was it?
It Those chairs are nice.
You were really into a text message there. We tried to flag you down. But
Yeah. I was shooting off a text message. Just angry. Just overall angry.
Just overall angry?
I feel disrespected by Jared. Now, is he just speaking the truth?
Texting him?
I don't know, Jared. No.
We were talking about your text message.
Yeah, I was sending a text off about how much Jared pissed me off.
Wow.
Who are you texting it to?
Nobody. I was actually just taking a note. That way I don't actually send it. I review it later.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a letter. Like you write out all the things. Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Well,
Jared's right. I do suck at geography, so maybe the truth just hurts me.
How are you with random?
I hate random.
Yeah. Well, you got random today.
Really?
Pack a lunch, Anthony.
Yeah, boy.
Or write a letter.
Oh, damn. Write a note. Ready?
Yes.
What former Saturday Night Live cast member set a high school record for field goals made in a season? It's a real question.
Jeez, I have no idea. This could be literally anybody. I don't even know which ones necessarily played football. I'm gonna have to narrow it down. Options, please.
Was it Will Ferrell, Bill Murray, or Adam Sandler?
Ooh, I for some reason I highly doubt it was Bill Murray. Sandler's pretty athletic, but he's basketball. And Will Ferrell, I know he likes football and baseball. Sandler seems too obvious. I'm going to go Will Ferrell. Final answer.
Question number 2. What famous athletic brand shares the same name as the Greek goddess of victory?
Okay, let me think about this. Athletic brand, you said?
What famous athletic brand shares the same name as the Greek goddess of victory?
I think that's Nike. Reebok, Adidas, Under Armour. No. I'm gonna take a shot here. Say Nike. Final answer.
Question 3. Ice hockey is the official national winter sport of Canada. Please name the official national summer sport of Canada. You can't say drinking.
It's got something to do with maple syrup, though, right? I feel like, Jamie, I should know this. And maybe I will if I hear the options. Can I have the options?
Soccer, baseball, or lacrosse?
I think it's lacrosse. Lacrosse, final answer.
Question number 4. This popular gorilla took over the internet back in 2016 after a 3-year-old fell into his enclosure at the Cincinnati Zoo. What is the name of this gorilla?
Options.
Options are Coco, Harambe, or Snowflake.
Snowflake was the dolphin in Ace Ventura. I feel like Coco was very like a very popular name. I don't know if Coco was the one that did it in Cincinnati or if it was the other one.
We have Coco, Harambe, or Snowflake.
I'll go Coco. Final answer.
Okay. Here we go. Question 2. What famous athletic brand shares the same name as the Greek goddess of victory? With the options, Jared said Adidas. Without the options, Anthony said Nike. Answer is?
It is Nike.
No, it's Nike. 2-0, Anthony. Question 1. Which former SNL cast member set a high school record for field goals made in a season? Jared went with the obvious one. Adam Sandler with the options. Anthony said, Sandler's too obvious. Give me that Will Ferrell. Answer is?
It's Will Ferrell.
Oh, nice. All right.
Anthony up 3-0. Let's go to question 4. The popular gorilla This popular gorilla took over the internet back in 2016 after a 3-year-old fell into his enclosure at the Cincinnati Zoo. What is the name of this gorilla? Without the options, Jared said Harambe.
Oh, no. That's probably it.
With the options, Anthony said Coco. Give me that Coco. Answer is?
It is Harambe. R.I.P. Harambe.
Oh, man.
3-2 going into the final question about the summer national sport in Canada.
Uh-oh.
Ice hockey is the official national winter sport of Canada. Please name the official national summer sport of Canada. Without the options, Jared said track and field.
Oh, okay.
With the options, Anthony said lacrosse. Marshy, answer is?
It's lacrosse.
Jared.
Thank you, God.
We're like a miniature Buddha covered in hair.
You have chosen poorly.
You lose. Not today.
Honestly, the only one I wanted to get right is sit next to this Canadian.
You know what's funny
day.
is because of the natives, like the First Nations, they actually developed the game lacrosse.
Really?
Yeah. So lacrosse is truly the national sport, period, dot. But then hockey became so huge, it eclipsed lacrosse. So now they, being Canada, keep everybody happy, the winter sport is the national sport is hockey. Now the summer national sport is lacrosse.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Don't want to offend anybody.
No, keep everybody happy, Anthony.
Jeez.
Jared, he got you, man. Sorry about that.
Oh, don't poke the bear, right?
Jared, it's all good. Nobody's safe, man. I appreciate it.
It's a lot of fun. Appreciate what you guys do. Thank you very much for having us.
Oh, thank you, Jared.
Thanks,
we appreciate
Jared.
you,
Have a
man.
great
Thanks
day,
for
buddy.
listening. Take care.
Good job, Jared.
You too. Bye.
Yeah, Jared certainly was.
I thought for sure that you were going to get Harambe.
I thought
like,
everybody.
Don't you
knew
remember like all the
Harambe.
memes? R.I.P. Harambe.
You see the picture?
Wasn't Coco another like very popular
Yeah,
gorilla?
Coco Crisp, the bear.
Coco Crisp was a baseball player.
No, there was a bear.
It was a bear?
There's a cereal
You're
called
thinking of
Coco Crisp.
You're thinking of Cookie Crisp.
No, up in Canada, we have Coco Crisp.
Coco Crisp, there's a bird on it, I thought.
No, I don't think about it. Not well. In Canada, there's a bear.
I think Coco Crisp, isn't there a bird?
Yeah, he was a center fielder.
No, that,
Coco Crisp,
again,
yeah.
that's
For the Cleveland.
Anyways, I
Coco Chanel.
no, I thought there was a gorilla.
Ice-T's wife is Coco. That's her name.
Well, so Coco, I could have been saying it right. It's K-O-K-O.
Well, I don't know how
Who
else
is a
he's-
gorilla, female western lowland gorilla.
Yeah, Coco the gorilla.
Born in the San Francisco Zoo.
Yeah, but she's not famous for anything.
Well, clearly she is.
No, but not like Harambe was famous for the whole incident,
I know
all
it.
that stuff.
So
It was-
Coco the gorilla was famous for
I remember the
learning
incident.
a modified form of American Sign Language.
See?
But
There
it's
you
not the
go.
only one. I've seen a lot of monkeys do sign language.
This is the first. Coco was the first.
I'll prove it.
Can't.
I know.
Yeah, but
why you said
Harambe, if you ever saw the pictures of
I remember the
Harambe,
incident in
you know,
Cincinnati.
Oh,
he's sitting there, and it's just it's good to remember Harambe. It's been 10 years now. So.
Wow, how about that? Okay. Okay.
Well, Anthony, you got the victory today.
Yeah. No,
Cocoa Puffs had the bird.
Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah.
That's right.
Sugar
Thank you.
Bear is a cereal.
Sugar Bear. He does Golden Crisp.
Yeah, it's not Golden Crisp in Canada. It's something else.
And then the frog was Honey Smacks.
Yeah, the frog was Honey Smacks.
There's
Sugar Crisp is what it's called up in Canada.
Sugar Crisp or which one?
The Sugar Bear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell you what, though, if there's any primate out there that can exceed the importance level of Irv the monkey, bring it to the table.
No, that's a good point.
He's number one.
Irv really set the standard. He really did.
Yeah. That's a good call.
I think he's still alive.
Anyways, you're not going to want to miss the audio that we're going to play from ESPN Milwaukee following the Dustin May, Jojo Ramiro trade. We'll let you hear it next on 101 ESPN.
Harambe! Start your day with the morning after on 101 ESPN. Get in the know first on everything St. Louis sports with Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, and Martin Kilcoy. Listen to TMA weekday mornings from 7 to 11 a.m. on 101 ESPN. The morning after is presented by Brown and Crouppen Law Firm.
Summer has a way of reminding us how often that you use your garage. It certainly does for me. And whether you're heading out on vacation, you're loading up for maybe the lake, or just running around with the kids, your garage door is probably the hardest working machine in your house. That's why I always tell people not to ignore any sort of warning signs. If your garage door is squeaking, grinding, or making unusual noises, it isn't going to fix itself. In fact, that's usually the first sign it's time for a little maintenance. That's where my friends at Don's Garage Doors come in. They're a local St. Louis company with local technicians who believe in honest service, quality work, and treating customers the way they'd want to be treated. It's really a neighbors helping neighbors kind of business, and that's one of the reasons that I highly recommend them. And right now, Don's is offering a complete garage door tune-up for just $29.95. So for less than $30, can help prevent a costly repair down the road. And if your garage door has simply reached the end of its life, they're also offering $500 off a brand new insulated garage door, plus 0 payments for 12 months with fast approvals and no hidden fees. So call the absolute experts in the industry, Don's Garage Doors, at 866-4-DONS-DOOR, or visit them online at donsgaragedoors.com.
ESPN has your shot to score a pair of passes to Holiday World and Splash and Safari. Keep summer going with a summer wind-down culinary fest at Holiday World and Splash and Safari now through September 13th. Enjoy incredible food, local wines, and all your favorite rides and slides. Find your chance to win a pair of free passes right now at 101ESPN.com or on your 101 mobile app. Savor the season and get tickets at holidayworld.com. Broadcasting live from the Centene Community Ice Center inside the E&B Granite Studios. You're in the fast lane on 101 ESPN. Presented by Bud Light and Skimmer's Original Vodka Iced Tea on 101 ESPN.
It's a Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. So yesterday we covered the trade that sent Dustin May and JoJo Romero to Milwaukee in exchange for a couple of outfield prospects that, as we started to kind of survey online and the people who like to study the prospects that are coming back in some of these trades, the more we realize like Milwaukee gave up 2 prospects that are very popular among Milwaukee's, anybody that covers kind of like the minor league system. So this was audio taken from Kyle Wallace of ESPN Milwaukee, and he did not hold back after he saw the trade between the Brewers and the Cardinals. Here's Kyle Wallace from ESPN Milwaukee.
A lot of the initial reaction from Brewers fans within
shock. Shock.
The same reaction that you have.
No, shock. Josiah Ragtail has been playing very well. Alexander Frias has been playing well. You're talking about two guys who are hitting over 300. Frias is only 18 years old. I'm shocked. Like I am.
You sound like I'm watching dodgeball right now.
No, you just traded two guys where who are playing. And again, you don't know what they're going to be. More Frias being young. Well, he's only 18.
It's him being young, but also
for who? For rental.
That's what I was going to say. Is there the opportunity for an extension for either Romero or Dustin May?
Maybe, I don't know. But as of right now, the Brewers got fleeced. Maybe there is a desperation kicking in for I forgot Matt Arnold's name for a second. Maybe there is a desperation kicking in because that seems like the Brewers got fleeced. But again, what do I know? I don't sit there. I'm not a Major League Baseball scout. I'm not a minor league baseball scout. I'm just a guy that likes watching highlights of the minor league teams and following stats of teams. It seems like a heavy.
If you have Twitter X, go to at Adam McCalvey on Twitter, and if you usually when there's a lot more replies than likes, it's not a good sign. And fleeced is a very common term being used from Brewers fans about this trade.
Ooh, boy. I like hearing that.
I'm shocked.
I like hearing that.
We're a funny specimen, aren't we, sports fans? Because and let's just put ourselves in Milwaukee fans, seats for a second. We want our team to be aggressive at the deadline. Mm-hmm. We want our team to go for it. We want our team and the front office to realize what you have. Go for it, right? And then inevitably, the team does something, and the first reaction is always, we got worked. I can't believe this. I can't believe you gave up X, Y, and Z. For that. All of a sudden, your prospects become Reggie Jackson and, Babe Ruth and Mickey Mantle, all of them. Just one
all together.
All of a sudden, your farm system is the greatest farm system known to man.
Cardinals will mess them up.
And we're all – Steve, stop it. And we all tend to do this, right? Milwaukee fans probably wanted Tarek Skubal. They probably wanted Robbie Ray. They probably wanted who was one of the other big free agent or big trade pitchers, Jose Soriano, right? They probably wanted somebody other than Dustin May. So as soon as that happens, it doesn't matter what prospect. It could have been the 34th ranked prospect. That 34th ranked prospect would be the next Barry Bonds. And it's just so funny to look at the reaction to fans that no doubt sat there and just hit refresh. Where the Brewers got to do something. Oh, they did. No, don't do that. Like we just tend to overreact to everything.
Or Chaim Bloom did his job right, and as he has done his whole professional career in this position, identified really good talent.
Well, can't both be true. Milwaukee needed to make a move.
They can be
pitching,
but
that
I also think it can be true that Milwaukee lost the trade.
Sure,
I think that can be true.
I wonder if fans in Milwaukee are looking at this situation: Dustin May, a rental. Tarek Skubal, a rental. There's no way he would sign in Milwaukee. They knew that. But what has Milwaukee ever won? Nothing. So why not trade for Tarek Skubal and go beat the Dodgers? If they trade for Tarek Skubal, they have a pretty good shot at beating the Dodgers.
And from what I understand, they wanted to, but Tarek Skubal basically said, I only want to be with the Dodgers.
Which,
now he would sign with the Dodgers.
Yeah, but he had a no trade. He had no trade clause.
Yeah, but I think he still. I think the Tigers gave him the choice. That's the impression I'm getting from listening to a lot of things. Is that the Tigers basically asked him, where are some of the teams you'd like to go to?
Sure. If that did happen, I know you're just presenting the information. I get it.
Why are you mad at me? Jesus.
I know you're just presenting the information.
I'm just telling you what I've heard.
If that was the case, and I'm the Tigers, I am looking at Tarek Skubal and saying, hey, okay, you want to be a Dodger now? No problem. You're going to resign with me in the offseason. Now, we're going to have this.
But I don't think they did that.
You're going to resign with me.
We don't know.
Oh, you're not. You don't want to do that. Well, then I'm going to trade you wherever I want to.
But the Dodgers probably did give a better package to the Brewers.
That's the point, right? Like if the Dodgers, because to Marsh's point, he was owed $10 million. I think he's owed $10 million. Every owner's got $10 million.
Yeah, it's not a money thing.
It's not a money thing.
I think it's a prospect thing.
It was the prospect package.
And the idea of you not essentially having him
the
the future.
What you're bringing up too is the brilliance of the Dodgers and this absolute machine that they have right now, and where Milwaukee is. Okay, so let me go on a rant here, and I may be completely off. I probably am.
Ooh, rant.
Thank you. Let me go on a rant here for a second. All right, let me warm up. All right, ready. The Dodgers. Everybody keeps saying, "Well, the Dodgers are great. They're perfect. Absolutely." And there's also no issues with competitive balance and this, that, and the other thing. And, every owner can spend and whatever. Okay. All right. The Dodgers have created a situation in which their major league pool, their roster, is so good because they just keep getting all this talent coming in. And a lot of these baseball players, they don't have any pride, so they just go sign with the Dodgers.
Oh, wow.
That was a shot.
Pretty big one.
And the Dodgers have the smartest scouting staff in all of baseball. So they draft well, they developed well. So they have this stockpile of draft because they are brilliant. Okay. Full stop on that. They're brilliant on that. The Brewers, who don't have the TV contract that the Dodgers do.
Nobody does.
They don't have that situation. They're not going to, their budget is not going to allow them to bring in Kyle Tucker and Blake Snell and whoever in one off season. So what do they have then? How do they stay relevant?
The Brewers?
Yeah. They have their minor league system.
Yeah.
They have their prospects.
They're pretty good at drafting.
They're great.
Yeah.
But they can't make a mistake. They cannot give up 4 prospects for a rental in Tarek Skubal and not throw up in a trash can for an hour. The Dodgers can do that.
Well, they can't do that with the presumption that Tarek Skubal will never re-sign with them.
True.
That just becomes you're reckless at that point.
If Tarek Skubal turns around and re-ups with the Tigers in the offseason, the Dodgers don't give a spit.
They don't care. Well, look at the
next Skubal. The next Skubal will be either on the market or the trade deadline next year, and that they can give up. You want 4 prospects here? Take them. No problem. We got 12 others here ready to go, and that's the beauty again of the Dodgers. They have created this machine. The Brewers are not operate. Not only do they not have the contracts or the TV deal, but the Brewers do not. They cannot operate in the same way.
Let's isolate the Brewers for a second.
Sure.
Okay. Are the Brewers telling us right now, because of the lockout looming, are the Brewers telling us and their fan base that this was their version of going for it? Because they believe that they have a good team, which they do, but they needed some pitching. And they're not going to get Tarek Skubal. They're not going to get some of those guys. So the Brewers, much like the Cardinals under Mo the last 10 years, kind of got to go for that next tier because you're not getting that top tier guy. So is this the Brewers telling us, like, we may not have a better opportunity, especially after the lockout? We don't know what it'll look like. So this is our version of going for it. We think this is the year we can do it.
I think yes-ish.
Again, it's the Brewers version of it.
Yes, that's that. I think you and I are kind of saying similar things.
Well, then have fun not continuing to lose in the NLCS.
But Marsh, what I'm saying is they can't operate. They probably could have beaten the Dodgers offer, right? Maybe,
I
maybe
think
they
so.
upped the ante.
Yeah.
So they don't want to sacrifice years of being,
Yeah, because it would take them another 7 or 8 years to get to where if they gave up that haul.
You know what I mean?
I know.
And what do the Brewers do well?
They draft, develop, and they churn out talent.
Really, you got another dude? Really, you have another Jackson Churio? You have Bryce Terang?
Right.
This is how they stay competitive.
And this is also how they stay right in that window of
just close.
We're just close, but we're never going to win.
Marsh, I
don't were the
disagree with you.
Brewers, I would have said, look, we've never won a World Series. We have a really good ball club right now. Let's go take the sledgehammer and just pound the snot out of that fly, and let's go beat the Dodgers and go win a World Series, because we've never done it before. But I don't care if we sacrifice a couple players, whatever. I believe that we're good enough to identify talent and restock the cupboard.
But is that
insanity?
But is that insanity? Because even with Tarek Skubal, I don't know if they are close to the Dodgers. Even with him. Look at the rest of the roster.
What do we talk about, though? Pitching can be good offenses.
But look at the Dodgers. They're loaded with pitching, too. Without Tarek Skubal, they're loaded.
For sure.
So
I understand.
That's where I think that the mentality of I get it, but that could also be viewed as reckless for a team that doesn't have the resources that the Dodgers do.
That's my point. Absolutely.
I think I'm looking at it from the perspective of if this team had won a World Series 5 years ago, or let's say even 2011 when they took on the Cardinals in the NLCS, that team was good. That run for the Brewers was really good when they had Prince Fielder and a couple of other weapons in that lineup and some good pitching. If that team would have won a World Series at some point in that life cycle, I would look at this differently. But this team has never won a World Series, and I don't know if they ever will, as long as the Dodgers exist, if they're not willing to go out and have that gut punch of a move that hurts a little bit, but ultimately, if you get over the hump, you don't even care. You don't even care. Sure, Tarek Skubal goes to the Dodgers the next year, but guess what? You might not have Tarek Skubal anymore, but you have a World Series ring, something you've never had in your entire franchise.
I don't think you're wrong.
Yeah, I don't think you're wrong. I just don't think, even with that move,
it's a massive risk, for sure.
Huge risk.
It's a massive risk.
Yeah.
But what are you willing to risk to win a championship?
But if you're looking, you're right. But if I'm putting my Brewers ownership hat on or management hat,
for sure,
I'm going, we're quite fine being the number one team in the NL Central.
Yeah.
And then just maybe one of these years, the Dodgers stub their toe
100%.
against team X, Y, or Z. Or them.
Yep.
And there we go. And that's without getting too risky. It's without swimming in the deep end with no life jacket.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. They very well could win the World Series this year. I'm not putting them down at all. They have a really good baseball team. But am I going to feel bad if they come up short once again? No. Because they weren't willing to go out and make the move.
No, you're right.
It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Why don't we spend just a couple minutes talking about what we liked from yesterday, even questions that we have around Major League Baseball now. We'll kind of kick some ideas around next on 101 ESPN.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. My best advice to you
Welcome to Squirrelworks, Urban Chestnut Brewing Company's new brewing laboratory, where the spirit of clever craftsmanship is the only rule. Introducing the first release, Squirrelworks Hazy IPA, a tropical, fruity, 6.6% alcohol by volume hazy IPA with a dash of fun and a hint of quirky. Think juicy vibes, bright hops, and a smooth, hazy finish that's just a little squirrely in the best way possible. Squirrelworks Hazy IPA. Look for it wherever Urban Chestnut is sold. Prost!
Weight loss medication can curb your appetite, but it can't rewire your thinking. And without changing how you think, nothing really sticks. I'm weight loss coach Charles D'Angelo. I used to weigh 360 pounds. I lost 160 pounds and have kept it all for over 20 years. Thousands have worked with me to create true change, including many who've lost over 100 pounds in less than a year. Scores of doctors have trusted me with their transformations. You'll eat real food from the grocery store, and you'll meet with me one-on-one every couple of weeks, in person or on Zoom, for coaching that helps you stay consistent and confident. And unlike medication, there are no side effects, just structure, accountability, support, and a plan that really works. Because lasting change doesn't come in a prescription. It comes from within. Visit charlesdangelo.com today to see hundreds of photos and video testimonials. That's charlesdangelo.com to schedule your free coaching consultation today. That's charlesdangelo.com.
Now listen to 101 ESPN On Demand. Get caught up on all our shows and podcasts at 101ESPN.com or on the 101 mobile app. 101 ESPN podcasts are presented by the Schaefer Door Company. 101 ESPN Sports Center.
Cards bust out lumber in the Bronx. Good afternoon. I'm Bradford Bruns. Your Sports Center update is supplied by Universal Windows Direct. After Monday's trade deadline frenzy, Alec Burleson sparked an offensive outburst at Yankee Stadium. 3 home runs for number 41 as St. Louis pounded New York 13-7. Earlier, TMA guest Michael McGreevy praised power sources galore.
Super happy for Burley having the day he had and stuff, but I'm super stoked for Church and Crook. Jimmy's been just killing the ball. It just seems to be right at guys. I've been trying to tell him, like, dude, you got to stop going for homers at dead center at Busch Stadium. Kill the ball. You don't have to. It doesn't have to go as far. So I think he saw the short portion right, and he took advantage of that.
80 minutes from now, Game 2 unfolds. Hunter Dobbins starting against Ryan Weathers. Elsewhere, Tarek Skubal will make his Dodgers debut versus second-place Chicago. Former Redbird Lars Nootbaar could crack Arizona's starting 9 when those Diamondbacks host San Diego. This Sports Center update was presented by Universal Windows Direct. You'll be saying, I love my windows.
Like yesterday in terms of how they attacked the trade deadline? Which ones left you guys questioning what they were doing?
I think
it doesn't have to be like, hey, this is the most questionable one or this is the best one. Just we really didn't break down the trade deadline yesterday because of all of our attention obviously being paid to the Cardinals.
The Red Sox and what they gave up for Rushman was kind of interesting.
Okay, so let me counter this.
So now, sorry, just before you counter that,
yeah,
there's a report today that it was a smaller package from the Yankees. The Yankees were in on Rushman, but Jazz Chisholm
nixed it. Right.
So then the Orioles pivoted to the next offer, which was the Red Sox, who apparently knew the Yankees were in. And then
got their blood boiling.
Probably like we've seen in Moneyball, where he uses the information against said team.
Sure.
And then the team maybe overpays, trying to make sure they get their player.
Yeah.
So that, I think, is how that kind of somehow transpired throughout the day. Mm-hmm. So hand it back off to you.
All right. So Marsh, not an apples to apples comparison because the Brewers are in first place. The Red Sox are in third. But you made a good point about how the Brewers didn't go for it and go out and get somebody like Skubal when you're right there. Boston, they have been aggressive because they've been playing some of the best baseball since, the last month and a half or whatever, right?
Yep.
What's the difference to you?
What's the difference?
Yeah, because you kind of criticized Milwaukee for not going for it.
Yeah, I'm talking about
Boston,
the best pitcher in baseball versus a guy who is an all-star but has not been the same type of guy over the last few years.
All right.
Like, we're talking about the best pitcher in baseball.
So it's not the overall theory of, like, going for it. It is more about who you're going for at that time.
Correct.
So in other words, it's Skubal versus
Skubal is in a
Rushman in your
completely
eyes.
different tier
Okay.
of player, and he's a pitcher too. And what wins in the postseason? Pitching.
And defense.
And defense, of course.
At run prevention, Marsh.
Yes.
Run prevention. All right.
That is the difference for me.
I wanted to see what your thought process is, and if there's different kinds of going for it, because you mentioned you didn't like the trade package there. All right. I hate to say it, I thought the Cubs had a pretty good deadline. Kevin Gausman is one of the most steady and reliable pitchers that was on the market. You know exactly what you're going to get from Kevin Gausman. I thought the Cubs did well. And I hate to say it because
I agree.
We don't like them folk, but for me, the way that they attacked the trade deadline, I thought was pretty good.
We get a text from 314. When May is on, he could beat any Dodger pitcher. I think the key there is when he is on. If you went out and traded for Skubal and it didn't work out, yes, there will be some criticisms, but you went out and got the best pitcher in baseball and it didn't work out. Whereas if it might not work out because you went and got Dustin May, and Dustin May has been very good for the Cardinals, and he's also been very bad for the Cardinals. So what version of that is going to show up in Milwaukee? If the very bad version of Dustin May shows up in Milwaukee, well, there will be even more fans out there that criticize the move that was made. That is a gamble in itself as well. Do you like the May acquisition or the Romero acquisition of said trade? What do you think benefits Milwaukee the most? Bullpen arm or that starter?
Well, I think they did great to get both guys.
Yeah.
When you are a contender, you better add some bullpen help. And I thought most of the contenders yesterday did add bullpen help. Milwaukee is one of the smartest and savviest organizations in baseball. So for them to add a starter and a reliever in one move, I thought was really good. And when Jojo Romero, that's the other thing too. If Jojo Romero is healthy and he's doing what he did a year ago, then he's somebody that you can throw in a high leverage situation in the postseason, and that's going to come up more times than not. The Yankees, who the Cardinals played tonight, also added Garcia and Luis Ramos.
Yeah, that looked looking nice.
Two guys that Garcia hit the home run last night off the Cardinals, and Ramos didn't play. We'll probably see him at some point tonight. Ramos liability defensively, but he's got power against lefties. So that's somebody too that if the Yankees don't wind up starting him but bring him in, I think they strengthened themselves yesterday.
We talked about this team yesterday, but I actually really enjoyed what Tampa did.
Me too.
Going out and get Freddie Peralta, just adding to that team, and I think that is a team that could win the AL pennant this year. I mean, I'm not going out on a limb by any means and saying that, that's not a crazy statement.
Sure.
They're the best team in the American League. But at the same time, we know what the Tampa Bay Rays are as an organization over the years. So to see them make a move like that, they made a few moves. I actually really liked what they did. Let me ask you a question. The Rays team that we saw on opening day, opening weekend, when you watch that team and how they went about their bullpen and all that fun stuff, would you have expected them to be where they're at right now in the season?
Not at all.
Me neither.
No. The way, I think you nailed it too, it was the way that they utilized the bullpen. I mean, they constantly got guys up, didn't use them. I mean, that's usually a recipe for disaster. But the Rays have a way of just playing really sound baseball for the majority of 162 games. The Padres continue to go for it too. I mean, AJ Preller is what you described with Milwaukee, like falling short.
Yeah.
AJ Preller goes out and manages to acquire Casey Mize and Robbie Ray despite having a pretty bad farm system. So the Padres continue to add. And they also kept Adrian Morjon. So their bullpen is intact too.
Yeah.
Now, will they win a damn thing? Probably not. But they once again have given themselves the best possible position to go up against the Dodgers in the playoffs. So that was another team I thought did well. One of the teams I thought fell short was the Braves. I mean, the Atlanta Braves, I almost called Milwaukee Braves. It's going back quite a while. The Braves were in on Jacob deGrom. He nixed the deal, which he's got a no trade clause. He's every right to do so. But they thought we were going to get him. So they acquired Tyler Mahle, who has got a 5.13 ERA. They got Bailey Falter, who's got a 13.97 ERA. They got Lane Thomas, former Cardinal, 719 OPS, and Brent Sutter, who's got a 4.12 ERA. The Braves have done this in the past where they decided to just throw like quantity at the problem.
Yeah.
They won a World Series that way. Because remember, they had all their outfielders hurt. That's when they brought in Jock Peterson. They brought in Jorge Soler. And they brought in Eddie Rosario
today, by the way.
Yeah, so they brought in Eddie Rosario, and they threw numbers at the problem. They wound up winning the World Series. I don't think that's going to work this time around.
I don't
with
think
some of
so
these pitchers.
Not to be biased, I thought the Cardinals did a great job yesterday, too.
I agree.
I know they're sellers, but I thought they did a great job. I know this is more of a buyer's conversation.
No. I'm talking about anybody at the deadline that you thought did well.
I thought the Cardinals did great.
What about the Tigers? If you know you can't sign Skubal, if you think there's no way you're going to bring him back and he's going to be a Dodger, you might as well sell him to the Dodgers and get big time prospects in return. Right?
Yep.
You might as well do that. If they could keep him, I would have been actually in the state. Like, just keep him. You got an ace. You keep trying to add to your roster and go that route. But if you know you can't bring him back, then you might as well get a couple of teams that have really strong farm systems bidding against each other, and maybe that was Milwaukee and LA, and wind up going with the best package and move forward.
I still find that situation to be a massive loss because you had just an all-world pitcher on your roster, and he's gone now.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a loss. Anybody that you bring in, if they're pitchers, who knows if they'll ever even eclipse what he has brought to your roster. And even when you had him on your roster, you weren't good enough. I think the whole situation, having him for as long as they did and them not doing anything with it, is a massive loss. Despite the packages that they brought in, you mentioned Casey Mize, despite all that, and I know that it could work in the future and that's fine, but I still find this in this current point in time to be a massive loss for the Tigers.
All right, this is Andrew Marsh, Jamie Rivers here. I'm Anthony Stalter. It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Why don't we do our biggest question of the day next?
The 4th of July doubleheader on ESPN. Game 1, Mariners and Blue Jays. Game 2, Cardinals and Cubs. Coverage begins at 2:30. The MLB plays on 101 ESPN.
You know, with college coming up, you might be taking somebody to college, whether you're dropping them off for the first time or maybe they're in year 2 or 3 and they need a car. They need a vehicle. They need a vehicle that's going to be safe and reliable, something that you don't mind putting your child in and knowing that they're going to drive safe and get to college and they've got a vehicle when they're in college. Check out my friends at Auto Centers Nissan out in Herculaneum. They've got great deals right now throughout the month of August. Great deals on new vehicles, great deals on pre-owned vehicles. They've got a wide selection too. So if you've got somebody that, you know, your college student is a little picky, a little choosy, no problem. They've got over 1,000 new and used vehicles all in one location at Auto Centers Nissan. You're going to love working with their team out there. They've got a tremendous service department too. So, when that college student comes back, if they need an oil change or tire rotation, Auto Centers Nissan can take care of all that stuff for you, and they're kind of the one-stop shop. So I highly recommend going with Auto Centers Nissan out in Herculaneum. Check first online at autocentersnissan.com because they have exclusive deals there too that you can take advantage of. But when you head down to Herculaneum, tell them Stalter sent you. They'll set you up with a great ride, and one that, again, that you're going to feel confident when you put your college student in, and they're off here in a couple of weeks. Auto Centers Nissan, Herculaneum.
Live from the Centene Community Ice Center inside the ENB Granite Studios, you're tuned into the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Presented by Bud Light and Skimmer's Original Vodka Iced Tea on 101 ESPN. It's time for the Fast Lane's biggest question of the day. Presented by Banner Construction, the experts in James Hardy siding.
502, your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. We're live from Centene Community Ice Center. Jamie Rivers, Andrew Marsh, Anthony Stalter. Appreciate you joining us for the final hour of the show. Marcia, you got the biggest question of the day today.
Yeah, I feel like this one might tickle Bradford's brain because it involves college football, specifically Mizzou. We got a question earlier from the 314 about the preseason coaches poll that came out today.
The coaches had their poll out there?
Yeah, typically I throw my poll out there on the internet, but I guess the coaches decided to throw their poll out today for college football. And Mizzou is ranked number 25 in said poll. The texter wanted to know if that feels appropriate. Do you think number 25 for Mizzou feels appropriate? We can get Bradford's opinion on this as well.
That's about right. To be honest, I think there's some unknowns for Mizzou. They keep them in that 25 range. I don't know if I would see them any higher based upon some of the question marks surrounding things. And they don't have an easy schedule either. Schedule's a little tough this year. So I think that's pretty accurate.
Well, ask the SEC. They have the hardest schedule in ever, Bob.
Well, just ask the Big Ten. They'll tell you the same thing, too.
All right, so let's okay. Let's kick it back to Bradford. So Bradford is our Mizzou honk, and somebody a honk, super fan. Mizzou, yeah. Bradford is our.
I've never heard that before.
A honk.
A honk. Why would you call someone a honk?
It's science.
No, it isn't.
Is it that or is it hunk? You calling Bradford a hunk?
Wow.
Oh wow.
No, I've heard hunk before. I've never heard honk. What is a honk? Like, for real. Bradford, what's a honk?
I have been accused, Jamie, of being a honk on numerous occasions. Not so much with the hunk, but hey, no, we understand here. And I am quite honestly, guys, surprised. I think that this initial number of 25, it's very optimistic. I guess a lot of people were there with me in the room on Sunday in Missouri where the vibes were very high. But look, when you break down the schedule, when you break down the various question marks for this team, I will admit there are many of those, starting with the running back room, the running back position. We know that for at least several additional weeks, Ahmad Hardy is not going to be getting reps. Who really knows what the production, what the performance is going to look like from your all-world running back if and when he's able to, we should say, return to the field. Now, beyond that, you've got a new QB1. You like the ceiling that is there for Austin Simmons coming over from Ole Miss, but the fact of the matter is that he didn't play down the stretch last season in Oxford because he was supplanted by Trinidad Chambliss. And then, for that matter as well, on the offensive line, we talked about this last week, Stoltz, the fact that your right tackle, which is of even more paramount importance when you have a left-handed quarterback, Josh Atkins, the much ballyhooed transfer from Arizona State. He is slated to miss the majority of the season. There is talent on this roster. There is also an unenviable schedule. Think about the second half of this season, guys. You're talking about road games, for that matter, against Ole Miss, going to Georgia, and then you round out the regular season by hosting none other than Oklahoma. I envision a team that could, best case, pick up 8 or so victories, but to see this number at 25 to be in the coaches' range right there at the beginning of the season, it does surprise me to an extent.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, Bradford, for all the reasons that you kind of outlined. I think the one thing that might be working in Mizzou's favor is the fact that they've got a quarterback who at one point was viewed as, the guy that could get Ole Miss, maybe not a national championship, but in that discussion. So
sure.
he offers that one uncertainty, that one wild card that, could allow Mizzou to surprise this season. But I think Mizzou's got more questions to answer on both sides of the ball than most. So am I surprised that they're ranked 25th? Not really.
I feel like it's a safe ranking.
Yeah.
It does feel like.
I also wouldn't have been shocked if they were left out of the top 25, and I think Bradford, that's what you're saying too.
Yeah, I mean, I really pose a question to you guys. Does this in any way, initially, I put a little more credibility, I put a little more stock, frankly, into the coaches' rankings for obvious reasons, as opposed to the first AP poll. Now, if you're talking about ranking teams in August, September, inherently, we don't know that much, period. It takes several months to materialize and to see those results. But is this a bit of an indicator that maybe the overall depth of the SEC to you could be a little greater than what we're giving it credit for right here, right now?
For me, I was actually just thinking, I wonder if they decide to put said teams in certain spots to bolster their resume throughout the season. Well, if this team was number 25 in the preseason coaches poll. It's like, all right, man, that's because you guys probably all put them there to make them maybe look better than they actually should. I'm not just trying to single Mizzou out. You could say that for any of the teams sort of in that 15 to 25 range.
Can I just say that I despise these rankings?
You have and you can.
Yeah,
that's fair.
I think it's ridiculous. I don't think, and I know this is a coaches poll and whatnot, and they get the AP poll. I don't think there should be any rankings until like week 5 or 6. I just don't.
That's always been Carey's point, too.
Because
I agree.
Look at last year, Texas ranked number 1. Everybody's talking about that.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
Right.
And then for me, what are you basing it off of? Especially now, it's not. I could hear your argument years ago when you were basing it off a returning squad with a recruiting class.
Yeah.
Okay. You got this many 5 stars, this many 4 stars. You have this many returners. Yeah, I could see this team being a number 5 to 6, somewhere in there, rank them there pretty strong. But now, with all of the action through transfer portals, recruiting classes, returning, non-return, coaches leaving, I just don't know how you can even make an educated guess at where a team ranks. So rather than just be reckless and then the whole world, sports world, using, well, the ranking, the preseason rank or week 1 ranking showed them here. That doesn't mean that's what that team is.
Right.
Jamie,
I could do without it.
Yeah, there is one other aspect to this as well that I think has to be brought up. This comes directly from the coaches, right? So therefore you would think, okay, maybe there's more credibility, as I had stated. Maybe this does prove really the esteem in which or with which some of the new staff members for Mizzou actually how they are held up, how they are held aloft. Because last season, think about it, there was so much criticism being levied against the OC, Kirby Moore. So many people in Mizzou, obviously around Columbia, wanted to see him jettisoned. Even nationally, I think there was a pretty big perspective therein. Bringing in a Chip Lindsey, more of a veteran known commodity, regardless of how you felt about his 1 year at Michigan last year, having worked with Drake May. The ceiling seems to be, the arrow seems to be pointing up there. And then also, when you're talking about a younger offensive mastermind in training, a Garrett Riley, somebody who's brought in specifically to work with your quarterbacks, to work with that man in Austin Simmons. Maybe there's something to it, maybe there's not. But coming from the coaches, I do think there's a little bit of steam when you talk about that subject, too.
And they still haven't played a game yet.
Yeah.
They still haven't had a snap. Sorry, man. Until I see it, I don't care. You can put Bill Belichick and friggin' Sean McVay.
Not Belichick. Non-college, no.
I'm just saying.
As long as Michael Lombardi is the GM, I think they're going to be just fine.
It's just my opinion. Whether it's the coaches or the AP poll, I just think it's way too early to start ranking teams.
I'm with you on that one. And if you're part of that college football committee, I would want to see each team play 4 or 5 times before I put together a ranking. That would benefit me.
I would agree.
At least I get some eyes on these
teams. You're not going to get ridiculed if you got it wrong before week 1 or
and
week
let's be honest, you're going to get it wrong because, to your point, you get a lot of transfer portal players added, and there's just a lot of turnover.
Well, why don't we go through the list?
Okay.
Well, at least we'll go with the top 10 and maybe some teams that really stick out. Ohio State, number 1.
No argument. They got the best talent in the nation and a head coach that has won a national championship. So no disagreement there.
Number 2 is Oregon. 3, Georgia. 4, Texas. Number 5, Notre Dame. Number 6, the reigning national champions, Indiana Hoosiers. Number 7, the runner-ups in the Miami Hurricanes. Number 8 is Texas A&M. 9, Oklahoma.
That stands out.
Yeah, Oklahoma at number 9, I think, is the first one where I'm like, oh, okay. Go ahead, 10.
10 is Ole Miss.
Okay.
Alabama. We've talked about Alabama. Number 11. Let's go to Lane Kiffin. His LSU squad is 13.
Tough schedule.
You have Michigan.
Tough schedule.
They're 16.
Roughly.
And we want to keep going down. No other team really stands out to me. I mean, obviously big programs, and then you get to Mizzou at number 25.
Is Tech in there?
Texas Tech is there at 12, so they're slotted right in between Alabama and LSU. 14 is USC.
Marshy, how interesting is it as well, guys, that you have Penn State in year one with Matt Campbell coming in at number 17? I find that intriguing.
Yeah, and really, I think Penn State could actually cause some damage this year. If you look at their schedule, Tim McKernan was talking about this on the Spread Zone. Find it wherever you download your podcast. He was talking about the schedule for Penn State and how advantageous it's going to be. Matt Campbell knows what he's doing, and he's got his quarterback. Rocco Beck comes over from Ames. He follows Matt Campbell to Happy Valley. There's some continuity there. So I think Penn State's kind of intriguing. You know, they got the talent. They just never got over the hump with James Franklin. The other team that's intriguing to me, and people are going to, growing at this, is USC. They're going to put up points. They're going to put up points this year. And if Gary Patterson has the Midas touch with the defense, and he hasn't coordinated a defense in a couple of years, but at one point he was ahead of the curve, at least in the Big 12 at TCU. If Gary Patterson winds up being a quality hire, I could see USC causing some damage. Oklahoma, I'm not. I don't know. They're fine to me. Fast lane fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we surprised that Indiana's ranked lower than I thought they would be?
They're probably appropriate, Jamie, based on the teams ahead of them. If you want to swap them with Notre Dame at number 5, I could certainly see that. But a lot of turnover there, of course.
You lost a fair amount of talent, and do you believe in Josh Hoover to be that guy to replicate any of the production you saw from Fernando last year?
I don't know, but I tell you who I do believe in.
Kurt Cignetti.
Yeah.
Boom.
You know who else believes in Kurt Cignetti?
Kurt Cignetti.
Kurt Cignetti.
You know who doesn't believe in Kurt Cignetti, or any head coach for that matter?
Oh, Marshy, yeah.
No. Marshy, tell him.
Who doesn't believe in him?
Who doesn't believe in Kurt Cignetti or any other coach?
That boy?
Gosh, you put me on the spot.
Who doesn't believe in coaching?
Oh, Carey.
There it is.
I was about to say that, but you had me totally confused. I was like, why are you pointing at Marshy?
I was like, I have no problem with the guy.
Yeah. Well, you just don't like Kevin O'Connell. It's different, though.
Well, I we'll see what happens.
He doesn't like the way that Kevin O'Connell forgets that he has a running game.
Yeah.
You just don't think he likes him.
His backs are, he doesn't have an elite back by any means, but
well, that's his fault. Go get one.
You know what? I want to hate it, Jamie. I want to hate it. They had an elite running back. They have an elite wide receiver, pretty good wide receiver 2, pretty good wide receiver 3.
All the receivers.
They got a heck of a defense.
Yeah, they just got to find somebody to get it to him.
They got Kyler Murray now.
Yeah.
You like it?
No, I don't.
Okay.
By the way, I have I made a T-shirt for this upcoming season. It's a Kyler Murray T-shirt.
Really?
Yeah, I can't wait to debut it when the season gets going. Oh,
Is
you're
it
gonna love it.
Just the top of a helmet behind an offensive line?
No, it's not. It's way better than that. That's funny, but it's way better than that.
Poke it up.
Like Wilson from Home Improvement.
That is
pretty funny.
Actually, I'll show it to you in the break, but I won't debut it until the season starts.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's a deep tease. That's what they call that, Anthony.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. Here's another tease for you. There was a host today that absolutely crapped all over one of our favorite teams for how they construct the roster. That's next on 101 ESPN.
101 ESPN has your chance to win a pair of single-day passes for the BMW Championship, August 18th through the 23rd at Bellerive Country Club, including access to the Trophy Club presented by Michelob Ultra. See the top PGA players in the world compete while enjoying the Trophy Club presented by Michelob Ultra, located alongside the 7th green, featuring shaded seating and indoor lounge, a variety of food and beverage options for purchase, including off-site parking and shuttle service and more. Find your chance to win that pair of single-day passes for the BMW Championship at Bellerive Country Club, including access to the Trophy Club presented by Michelob Ultra Superior Light Beer. Right now at 101ESPN.com or on your 101 app.
Well, as I've been telling you guys for a while now, selling your home is a huge deal. If you need to sell your home, here's what I recommend you do. Very first thing you should do is call St. Louis's real estate expert. That's Gloria Liu with your home sold guaranteed realty. you need to get to know Gloria Lou. She has been in the business here for over 23 years in the St. Louis area, and she's fantastic at what she does. She gets you the most money possible for your home. She sells homes faster and far more than the average agent here in the area. She also has a database of thousands of buyers in waiting, which means that the moment you list your home with Gloria Lou, she has a big percentage of people that are in that price range that can create a bidding war for your home. Again, getting you the most money possible, but also getting you to the closing table as fast as she can. Now, Gloria Lou, with all that business, she needs to grow, and she needs agents right now. She's growing her team of elite realtors and agents around the area, so please make sure that you give her a call. Tell her Jamie Rivers sent you in. Whether you're selling your home or you are a realtor looking for that job with the best in the business, give Gloria Lou a call at 314-325-6888. That's 314-325-6888. And you can always visit GloriaHasTheBuyers.com.
WXOS, WXOS HD1E St. Louis, 101 ESPN is driven by Auto Centers Nissan. Over 1,000 vehicles in one location. The Fast Lane is broadcasting live from the ENB Granite Studios at the Centene Community Ice Center, presented by Bud Light and Skimmer's Original Vodka Iced Tea on 101 ESPN.
We have your opportunity right now to win a pair of tickets to see Guns N' Roses next Saturday night at Busch Stadium, August 16th. Find all the ticket details and a bonus chance to score free tickets for Guns N' Roses right now at 101ESPN.com or on your 101 ESPN mobile app, powered by Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers. Jamie, what was your number? What was your number in Ottawa? Do you remember?
I do remember my number in Ottawa.
What was it?
I'm allowed. You want me to say it?
I do.
22.
If you are the 22nd caller or texter to 314-399-9646, the Air Comfort Service text line, 314-399-9646, you will win the Guns N' Roses tickets. So you got to be texter number 22 to the Air Comfort Service text line.
By the way, I think Sunday is the 16th. So,
so is it the 15th?
I don't believe it's
then?
a Saturday. I believe it's a Sunday. I'm on the
whoa,
ticket. Yeah.
That changes everything.
Yeah, well, just want people to not be confused.
Okay, well, let's check this out, shall we?
Wow.
I'll be 16th. Yeah. So okay, we're gonna get to the bottom of that.
We will. Yeah. And credit one of our listeners texted in saying, hey,
wow.
I think the date might be wrong on that. So just wanted to
when is
update.
Well, okay. So when's the concert?
Sunday the 16th.
There you go.
That's not a Saturday.
Okay, my copy says Saturday.
Ooh.
You know, I'll read anything that you put in front of my
course.
face. So yeah. All right. So Sunday. All right. So I was on ESPN.com earlier today, and Michelle Smallman's co-host Evan Cohen was on Sportsmanlike, and they were reacting to the news that Bijan Robinson signed a 3-year contract extension, and Cohen was talking about how he absolutely despises the way that the Falcons are building their team.
Oh boy.
He talked about how Bijan Robinson, as an individual player, deserves the contract he received. So based on his performance, based on what he's going to do, contract makes sense. But his big point was, if you're a team like the Falcons, you wind up paying the wide receiver and the running back and the tight end and doing all this stuff because you're trying to make up for not having a quarterback.
They've got two.
And when you have two quarterbacks,
two lefties,
you have zero quarterbacks. At least zero reliable ones.
Or healthy.
So he was talking about that, and then Michelle was like, "Well, okay, then what do you think they should have done then?" And he brought up not drafting a running back in the first round because he didn't feel as though
not drafting
value.
Bijan Robinson.
Yes,
but who was their quarterback at the time? Was that?
Was it Desmond Ridder?
It was probably Desmond Ridder.
Okay.
Yeah. In fact, I'm pretty sure it was.
So just let me walk down this path with you.
Yeah.
So Desmond Ridder, I don't remember how highly touted he was.
Not very.
Okay.
Like out of Cincinnati.
Before.
Third round pick.
Okay. So
probably could have went in the fifth.
So that right there is the huge mistake. Is they hitched their wagon to Desmond Ridder and said, "We're fine. Let's go get this great running back."
Right. They had Mariota too, but Mariota was just
he stopped playing for a little bit.
Yeah, he was a fit because they gave the starting gig to Desmond Ridder later in the year. So here, okay. I'm not going to sit here.
I'm just trying to create a
yeah. So I'm not
timeline.
I'm not going to be a hypocrite because I have said on these airwaves, hey, when you pay the running back or you draft the running back that high, you're investing in a position that may not lead to ultimate success, right? His point is when you don't have the quarterback, you wind up paying for everything. He's not wrong at all. The problem is, and I think I've been short-sighted on this too, okay? So I don't think it's just Evan Cohen. I think I've been short-sighted on this too.
Oh, so you're part of the problem?
Yes.
Okay.
Among many problems.
No, just
in
with the Falcons.
Society.
I just talk about the Falcons. Let's keep it to business here.
Sure. if you do not have a QB, or actually, let me take a step back. If you have a quarterback, but you don't have an exit plan for that quarterback, this is what happens. And this is where a lot of teams naturally get themselves into trouble. Because unless you're the Green Bay Packers, who have done it better than anybody.
Yeah, they're good.
Where, hey, we're going to draft our next guy, risk pissing off the guy we do have, and we'll figure it out. The Packers have done it, and they've been criticized. You should have drafted another wide receiver for Brett Favre. You should have drafted another wide receiver for Aaron Rodgers. Really?
Seems to be the same argument every time.
Yeah. And every time they wind up getting a franchise quarterback to varying degrees. Favre, Super Bowl winner. Rodgers, Super Bowl winner. Love has been good.
He's still been a very good quarterback.
He's a franchise QB at least, right? Okay. Matt Ryan was the QB. If you look back through the drafts, and I'm not expecting anybody to do this. I did the work for you. If you look back through the drafts, there's only one QB that would have made sense based on where the Falcons selected and when that quarterback was taken that would have made sense to draft.
Who is it?
Lamar Jackson.
What has he ever done?
That was in 2018, Jamie, when Matt Ryan was 2 years removed from winning an MVP. You're not taking Lamar Jackson in that spot.
So then why'd you say it?
Because I wanted to bring up the point that you naturally fall into problems when you have a QB.
Yeah. So, but then, okay. So if we're talking about this, so then what should they have done?
Exactly. That's my point. I don't think Evan Cohen is wrong.
But like, what was the next year?
There was no.
Instead of Lamar, the next year, what was your quarterback class?
In 2019?
Yeah, because then you're 3 years removed from MVP. You can start seeing.
Perfect.
You know what I'm saying?
2019 was Kyler Murray. It was that year. Daniel Jones. Okay.
Yeah.
Dwayne Haskins.
It was a bad year.
So the Falcons, and again, you got to figure out where the Falcons are drafted.
When did?
So Dwayne Haskins would have been available for the Falcons in 2019.
So when did Ryan leave the Falcons?
2023, I think.
So
no, excuse me, 21, 22.
So 2020.
Yep.
And I've been looking back throughout the drafts. For where the Falcons were to have if they could have selected a quarterback, not a great list of quarterbacks in the first round. If we're looking at strictly the first round,
exactly.
I will say 2020, the Falcons had the 16th overall pick. They went with A.J. Terrell out of Clemson, a cornerback
who's been a stud.
The next quarterback taken was by the Green Bay Packers at 26 with Jordan Love. Jordan Love, pretty good quarterback. That is as far as I have gone back to where I'm like, that would have made sense. Mm-hmm. But that's 10 picks. That's 10 picks. And I don't know if Jordan Love is the same quarterback in Atlanta compared to Green Bay.
Yeah, it's a tough call.
And Ryan played, by the way, he threw for 4,500 yards that same season. It's not like he was, even at 35, you figure you got a couple of years out of him, right? So you're probably not taking Jordan Love there. Now, you could have, because the Packers did, obviously.
Yeah.
And Rodgers was still playing good ball. So to your point, Marsh, unless you're taking Jordan Love with that selection, you're probably not taking anybody else quarterback-wise afterwards. You got to a problem like a lot of teams do. Marsh, I think your Vikings kind of figured this out. The only other QB you could have taken was Bo Nix over Michael Penix. Now, is Bo Nix doing what he's doing without Sean Payton? I don't know.
Right.
So I get his argument in terms of roster building. I really do. But you're assuming, and you're making a big assumption, that you live in a perfect world where you know exactly when your QB, your veteran QB, who brought you to a Super Bowl, was going to tail off, and you know exactly what Jordan Love is going to be, or Lamar Jackson's going to be, or whoever, and that is the time you make that selection.
That's so hard, though.
Right.
It's so hard to predict that.
That's my point.
And if you're a team like Green Bay's been lucky, but what if you're a team that does that, but your number one QB still has a lot of gas left in the tank. Like, you time it wrong.
What did the Patriots do?
Well, they got rid of Garoppolo.
Yeah. But that's your point.
Yeah.
They took him in the second round. Why? Because they wanted an exit plan for if Tom Brady.
The thought process was bang on.
Yeah. They got
really
vilified
was.
for it. You pissed off Tom Brady. Robert Kraft had to get involved. It's not as easy to just say.
Out.
It did.
I think they won another couple Super Bowl.
It's not as easy to just say, well, you just, don't draft the running back ever.
Yeah.
And that's where I come in and I've said, look, I've been short-sighted. I've been short-sighted in the past when I've suggested that. You go back to some of those drafts. If you don't take Bijan Robinson, okay, you get Jalen Carter.
Yeah.
Who went to immediately afterwards. All right. You don't take Drake London. You take, I don't know, whatever offensive lineman. I forget maybe Penei Sewell or whoever. You could take really good players after that. There's no quarterback there.
Penei Sewell's pretty good.
He's very good.
Well, and let's talk about
No
free
QB.
agency, too. Around that same time that Bijan Robinson was drafted, 2023, I believe. There are literally no quarterbacks that are worth being a franchise quarterback that was available to bring in. Derek Carr was available, but we know how his
went
career.
After Kirk O'Chains.
They did exactly. The one thing that, and this is not that strong of a case of why you shouldn't draft Bijan Robinson, but you did have Tyler Algier, who the year before drafting Bijan Robinson rushed for over 1,000 yards in his rookie season.
Yeah.
And he became the second back, and they were a pretty good duo.
Yes.
Before he moved on.
Yeah. He went to Arizona this past year.
Yes. Maybe you draft a different position with that pick, knowing that you already have a 1,000-yard rusher and Tyler Algier.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, Tyler Algier is not Bijan Robinson.
No. Bijan Robinson almost single-handedly beat the Rams and the Bills last year.
Correct.
Almost single-handedly.
Who do you think is better, Bijan Robinson or Jahmyr Gibbs?
Oh, boy. I think both are just absolutely
If you
outstanding.
right now,
And if I'm
had to
Jahmyr
pick
Gibbs,
one,
if I had to pick one,
you're the coach, you're the GM, you're looking at both of these players. You need a running back. You can only pick one of them.
I'll take my guy, Bijan Robinson.
Okay.
Yeah. Bijan's unique. Gibbs is incredible. Bijan's unique. He doesn't take a lot of hits.
Gibbs' speed is incredible.
So it's like he's shot out of a cannon constantly.
I mean, they both have their things.
Yeah. Bijan is a more patient runner, I think. He's somebody too that doesn't take that massive hit because he's very hard to square up.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm also biased. I completely admit it. All right. It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Who could be the next Dustin May for the Cardinals? We'll get into that next in the Fastlane on 101 ESPN.
You can now watch 101 ESPN live on our Air Alliance Team Studio Cams. Catch every show live on our YouTube channel or at 101ESPN.com. 101 ESPN Studio Cams.
Presented by the Air Alliance Team Heating and Cooling. Getting the job done quickly, correctly, 100% of the time.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
Burleson not in Redbirds lineup for Game 2. I'm Bradford Bruns. This SportsCenter update powered by Saliga Heating and Cooling. The Cardinals socked 5 homers on Monday, but chief power source Alec Burleson is taking a seat tonight. Instead, DH Ivan Herrera will hit third, then cleanup man Jose Fermin, Nelson Velasquez, as well as Pedro Pajes also taking their hacks versus lefty Ryan Weathers. Ali Marmol counters with Hunter Dobbins. Elsewhere, Tarek Skubal makes his Dodgers debut shortly. LA Chicago going down at Wrigley Field. NFL, Bijan Robinson reportedly receives $51 million guaranteed from Atlanta. Baltimore extends wideout Zay Flowers. NCAA-wise, Mizzou completes fall camp practice number 2. Your SportsCenter update was presented by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
This is the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. We're broadcasting live from the ENB Granite Studios at the Centene Community Ice Center. Presented by Bud Light and Skimmer's Original Vodka Iced Tea on 101 ESPN.
So the Cardinals turned Dustin May and JoJo Romero into 2 outfield prospects from Milwaukee that, if you listen to the peeps out in Milwaukee, these two outfield prospects are, baseball Jesus.
Ken Griffey Jr. and Aaron Judge.
That's
is
correct.
What I've heard.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Dustin May became a very valuable signing. If you go back to the offseason when they signed Dustin May, I was like, this is the type of deal that the Cardinals have not made in the past. Turn him into something at the deadline.
And we doubted it. I doubted it 2 or 3 weeks in because of how ugly it looked.
Yeah.
I went, oh my.
Oh yeah, that's the risk, right? He either gets hurt or he stinks.
But then he had some games, man, where thank goodness he had those games, because that is something that teams could hang their hat on.
Sure.
Like the Brewers right now are like, hey, this guy had a no-hitter going into the 8th. He had a complete game, shutout.
Yeah.
Like, there are things you can point to say he's worth bringing in.
Sure.
And JoJo, of course, a lot of people today that I listened to from a national standpoint thought that JoJo Romero acquisition was a very good one for the Brewers.
Mm-hmm.
They said that he's totally going to be a guy that is an important role come playoff time.
I can see
that.
Absolutely.
So it's not terrible.
So Marsh posed the question to us, who is your pick to be the Dustin May of the Cardinals for next season? So if they were to do this again, and he gave us the list of starting pitchers. Now, Skubal's going to get a deal. Gray's going to still get paid. Robbie Ray, we're probably going to get. Jamie just pointed the name that I circled as well.
I would kick the tires on that.
It's former Cardinal Zach Gallen. I think Zach Gallen could be that guy. Somebody that
he hates winter warm-up, though.
He did. Well, it's a different regime. It's a different regime.
So we hear.
Yeah, listen, it's fine. I think Zach Gallen could be the pitcher that you look at and say, he wants to rehab his value, and a 1-year deal at $15 million, $20 million or something like that. It's just the 1-year deals. The contracts aren't going to hurt you. And if he does rehab his value like Dustin May did, then you keep churning him out like that. So that would be my pick. Were you looking at anybody differently?
So I'm looking at Chris Bubich.
Yeah.
Was with the Royals, went to the Dodgers. I find value in a team like the Dodgers wanting a guy like that. He's somebody that has had injury problems. And I also look at the age of some of these players as well. I want somebody who's under 30. And right now he's under 30. So, and I'm looking at the market value from Spotrac, and it's like 16.5. He's an unrestricted free agent. 16.5. I think you could stomach that for a year. I don't know what these players are going to ultimately want, but in terms of the players on this list who are set to be free agents, he is a guy that kind of sparked my interest just because of the team that wanted him this year.
Yeah.
I find value in the best team in baseball wanting somebody.
Oh, I think that's a tremendous point, Marsh. Absolutely. If there's going to be somebody that that a team like the Dodgers or a smart organization wants, I think that's really smart to also kind of look at that pitcher, and he would be somebody that I think could re-up his value. Yeah, good stuff.
We get a question just to kind of circle back to tonight's ball game from the 618. Why isn't Alec Burleson in the lineup tonight to feast on the right field fence, even though there's a lefty on the mound? I think that's kind of been the big question that everybody's been asking all day long. Why isn't he playing tonight despite hitting 3 home runs last night?
I don't know. And he might end up in the lineup.
According to Derek Gould on X, Jordan Walker has been scratched in the lineup due to inflammation in his right knee. We'll update with more information when there is an opportunity to get it.
Okay.
So I wonder if Báez goes to third, Fermin goes to the outfield, and Burley goes into first.
I could see that.
Or does Prieto he's more of an infield replacement, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess he could go with Torres out in right field.
Oh, boy.
But if you're going to put a lefty in, you might as well put Burley in there, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I would agree with that.
I mean, unless there's something going on with him. I don't know. His back's tight or something. I have no idea.
I mean, he carried the team
His
last
shoulders
night.
are sore from hitting home runs.
He had quite a night last night, that's for
did.
sure. All right, we will wrap things up from Centene Community Ice Center next on 101 ESPN.
101 ESPN is powered by Kaufman Townsley, St. Louis's injury lawyers. Call 314-777-7777.
That's 314-777-7777.
Guys, if you've been dragging a lot recently, if you've heard us, Carey and I, talk about mentality, and it's like, you know what, I'm done. I'm constantly fighting an uphill battle here. Go see our friends at Mentality, because if your energy levels have dipped consistently, if you're not feeling like you've got, that energy throughout the course of the day like you used to, if you have like massive mood swings even, or if you don't have the motivation even to get inside the gym, but you want to, Mentality can help. They'll ask you a series of questions that are very easy to answer. Questions like I'm asking now, like, hey, dude, has your energy dipped? Once you take their short little questionnaire and they draw your blood, find out what's going on. If you are low on testosterone like Carey and I was, they put you on their program, and they can make adjustments throughout the program because every program's different. But you start to feel fantastic in just a couple of months. And really, for me, it didn't take long at all. It felt like it was just a couple of weeks where I noticed that, instead of calling it a day after doing a whole bunch of yard work and everything at 5 o'clock or something like that, 8 o'clock, I was still out there looking for more stuff to do, right? So Mentality helps in a lot of different ways. It's not just a gym thing. It's not just for guys that want to, recapture what they could do in the gym. It is an overall lifestyle change where you start to feel great about, where your mood is, whether or not you're coming home and you got enough drive and motivation to, make dinner and do all the stuff with the kids late at night. Mentality is there for you. Again, 2 different locations, one in Chesterfield, one in South County. If you go to lowtusa.com, you can book an appointment. Again, lowtusa.com, book an appointment, and get back on track, start to feel young again with the help of Mentality.
Broadcasting live from the Centene Community Ice Center inside the E&P Granite Studios. You're in the fast lane on 101 ESPN. Presented by Bud Light and Skimmer's Original Vodka Iced Tea on 101 ESPN.
If you missed anything from today's show, you can always download the podcast available at 101ESPN.com or via the 101 ESPN mobile app powered by Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers. Podcast brought to you by Schaefer Door Company. Before we get to criticisms, compliments, as well as the 3 stars, we have your shot to score a pair of single-day passes for the BMW Championship coming up on August 18th through the 23rd at Belle Reve Country Club. That pair of passes will include access to the Trophy Club presented by Michelob Ultra. See the top PGA players in the world compete while enjoying the Trophy Club presented by Michelob Ultra. Find your chance to win that pair of single-day passes for the BMW Championship at Belle Reve Country Club, now at 101ESPN.com. or the 101 ESPN mobile app. Criticisms and compliments.
Criticisms and compliments. Presented by Bet365. With Bet365 early payout, you win even if they lose. Get paid out instantly when your team goes up big, even if they blow the lead later. Bet365. Winning is everything.
I got a criticism. Jordan Walker out of the lineup. That's my criticism. So give me Alec Burleson off the bench.
Oh, okay. I like it, Marsh.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
And let's go right to the 3 stars of the day.
It's time for the Fast Lane's 3 stars of the day. Presented by Circus Sports. No bet fees ever with the world's largest sports book. Now at your fingertips in Illinois and Missouri.
All right, our 3rd star of the day, we like putting polls out there. Typically, it's my poll, but today it's the coach's poll. The coach's poll is the 3rd star of the day.
Okay.
Ranthony is our 2nd star of the day.
Oh.
And our 1st star of the day goes out to Harambe.
Yeah, there you go.
Or Coco.
Or Corco. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I say Corco. It's been a long day.
Oh, you're such a honk.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that, Jamie.
I looked that up. I think
I
it
did
means to
too.
vomit or
No,
something.
there's like
There's a couple different,
there's like
couple
one,
different meanings.
Something
I
that
guess.
smells bad.
and someone who wants to dress as a clown. I mean, you know, Anthony, you're kind of there.
Just a fan. I was saying that for Bradford, not me.
I don't know why you'd say something so negative about Brad.
I didn't. I was saying he's kind of like a big fan.
Everything I've read today, not one of them was like a positive thing. About,
but
about being a
Bradford,
honk.
Bradford knows me. He knows I wouldn't just call him some sort of mean thing.
Totally allowed, buddy.
Thank you, Bradford.
Anthony, a wonk is a person who takes an enthusiastic or excessive interest in specialized details of a particular subject or field. I think wonk was the
maybe
word.
that's what it is.
That's so on brand for us. A honk.
A wonk.
Or a wonk.
Yeah.
Whatever. Depends what part of the country you're
It's just one letter. All right, that'll do it for us.
What could go wrong?
Yeah, really. For Bradford Bruns, for Andrew Marsh, for our guy Carey Davis, who's off today, Jamie Rivers, and Anthony Stalter. See you.